We look so good.
I know.
We should always be together. I'm calling you daddy.
That cute.
Daddy. Daddy. You know that song?
No. Wait, sing it again.
I'm calling you daddy. Daddy, come and make it rain down on me, boom.
Da 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 da.
I'm embarrassed.
And then you said.
So I said all the small things.
And I said, yeah. And then he said. And then he said. And then he said. He was like, all the small things.
He was a skater.
So he was a skater boy. I said, see, and I go, that's Avril Lavigne. That's a whole lady. That's a different lady.
No, but when I got there, it was one right in front of him. First of all, he doesn't sniff stuff like that. So it really was just a Big Brother thing where the soap was getting into
Eric Spear, thank you so much. You guys got me through the pandemic. Oh, sweet,
you and porn.
Sweet. Did he write that? Oh, it's you and porn. I got that. I see what I want to see when it comes to stuff. It's our new thing.
That sounds like you're going too fast.
So confused. We're just gonna spend it on drugs. Okay. I'm so excited to see you two in one place. Oh, read
Oh
this.
no, it's a green screen. We've learned, so it looks like we're really in one place. Oh, this is really chill. Really did a good job. It looks like we're in the same area.
You did. We are. Oh my God, millennial dad bod.
Stop. Please stop. Like, please.
Stop.
Oh no, you're hilarious. You're hilarious. We're feminists.
We're feminists.
We're Miss
Mary Mac, all dressed in black with silver buttons. Am I doing?
I don't think I was
all
doing it
down
right.
her back. She asked her mother for 50 cents.
No, it's not a dance. I really miss our outro.
This ain't over. Hey everyone, and welcome to Sip and Key. Happy Tuesday night. What do you think of our little new intro?
I cannot hear anything. Hold up.
Oh no, Busy can't hear anything. All right, if you guys are joining us live, make sure you smash that like. We're gonna set a like goal tonight. I'm gonna set a like goal for 250. So let's get 250 likes while we're live. If you're watching it later, make sure you smash the like. It helps us in the algorithm. Happy Tuesday to all the Blowjos. If you want to support the channel, liking it helps so much. And you can send also, if you want to, a super chat during the live. Me and Busy split all of our super chats, which would be good if others started doing that as well, because maybe there would be a little less beef in the streets if you share your bread. Is that a thing? No, Joleen, that's bad. So while Busy, I'm gonna I don't know if I should knock him out or I should just bring him in here. Can you hear me now? So let us know all your thoughts, feelings, hopes, and dreams tonight on Sip and Key. Busy and I are a commentary and comedy parody show where we talk all about our real friendship, and we talk about what's going on YouTube. We talk about what's going on in pop culture. We share things, we have laughs, and we parody stuff. Nothing is to be taken 100% seriously, and everything is alleged. And as we know, that's been thrown around a lot lately. So, and this is allegedly comedy because, again, comedy is subjective. So what we think is funny, you guys might be like, that shit's not funny. And that's okay. That's okay.
Most times it's not.
But just don't death threat us, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that.
Sorry, y'all. So I was watching the video and it got right good. So I was like, oh my God, I want to keep listening to it, but I want to hear it on my phone. And then my AirPods connected to my phone and the whole thing with the shit. Hey guys, welcome to Sip and Key. We're Busy and Joleen. So good.
Shout out to Avatar Roku, who pulled clips for us and made a longer version of that. So you can go to Avatar Roku's channel. If you are in the chat, it's the only Avatar I've ever met that I've liked, Avatar Roku. Feel free to drop the link for your channel so people can subscribe to you. And I'm still working on the intro because I'm pulling little clips of it. And I originally was like 3 minutes and some, and StreamYard's like, Not today, sister. Not today. Oh my God. And the first super chat of the day from Jay
Oh my
Esco.
God! Stop, Jennifer!
Stop.
Stop, please.
We're
Stop,
just going to spend it
stop.
on drugs.
Yes,
Stop.
we are. Like, please stop, stop.
You guys are awesome. Allegedly. Yes, allegedly. And shout out to our friend Sarah at Nerdtainment. We miss you, Sarah.
Hey, Sarah. See you next year for Big Brother.
I know. Well, we'll see her before then, hopefully. Hopefully. But don't forget to like and subscribe, you guys. Let's pull up the allegedly banner. And should we start with what we're sipping on? Should we do a little opening of what we're sipping on, everybody?
I bet they don't know.
Let's do our attendance call.
A tennis call. Let me know what kind of meat you're chewing on. Is it rare? Is it medium rare? Or is it well done just like my tea? A tennis call. Let me know what kind of meat you're chewing on. Is it rare? Is it medium rare? Or is it well done just like my tea? Just kidding, it's stale and only I get paid.
Ooh.
Yes. Ooh. And the word of the day is, Helena, it is allegedly. So every time you hear us say allegedly, take a drink of your drink like Andy Cohen does in the clubhouse. And hopefully you are enjoying our sponsor.
And now we can start taking that job because that show's going to be over.
Bubbly.
Allegedly.
Is it? What's happening to it?
Nobody, he's not doing it anymore.
How did I not hear this? Is that stale tea? That's my beefy Joleen stale tea?
Yes. So now we can have a word of the day. Okay.
Let us know what you guys are sipping on while you're watching Sip and Key. Put it in the chat. Let's do a little ASMR. Busy, you're first. Open up your buble.
Yes. So I am having a bubbly bounce. Okay. I'm gonna have a long night after this. It's triple bury. It's gonna be a long work day. I have a lot to catch up on, but let's get up in here, you guys. Let's get up in here.
Ooh, that was crispy.
You know what I didn't get to do last week?
That sounds better than urine. That sounds great. We are starting
this is really good.
Yes. Okay, here we go. Mine, I am having a cherry Michael Bublé, and I do have new nails. Look at this fun design.
Those are cute. Those are really cute.
I looked it up on what was it? What did I look it up on? Pinterest where all the middle-aged women go to die. And I found this little thing, and I think it was from Instagram. And I said, "Can you do this?" And they were like, "Maybe." And I was like, "Call me, maybe. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy." Okay, so here we go.
And then they made your nails look like that.
Was that anything, or are we just pretending?
Yeah, that was good. Give it a blowjob. There you go.
Delicious Bubbly, the official sponsor of Sip and Key and my nails.
Amen. Yay.
Thank you. All right, let's see what you guys are drinking. Tea. Hello, we got Hood Life Chronicles in the house. HLC. Hey. You should not be and never be sleeping when Busy and Joleen are on. Black coffee over here. Ooh, Coke Zero. I do like a Coke Zero. Ooh, bubble tea. Nummy. Vanilla Coke. Good choice.
What's a bubble tea?
I would think it was like one that has bubble tea. To me, would either be this kind of tea or would be something that is what are those things at the bottom? My mom hates them, but I make her drink them, and they're really good. What am I thinking of? Read my mind, Busy.
You're making your mother drink something. You're like, I make my mom drink them. What are they called?
There's little balls at the bottom, like
rocks.
No, not rocks. You guys put it in the chat. What is?
You put bath salts in your mom's cup. What is it?
Yeah, the tapioca balls. What is it called again? Boba. Thank you, Tay the Bay. Shout out to sexy Tay the Bay. Tapioca stuff. My mom's like, that's the grossest thing I've ever put in my mouth. And I was like, Nana's had some experience. You know what I mean? We know Nana. We love Nana. This is not the thing, Nana. Okay? Because she's married to my dad. What? Did you just rip on your own dad? No, that'll happen. That'll happen on this show, and he loves it. He loves when I do comedy about him.
Clinton bean every time she's ready to do the laundry. So, like, let's just let it out here.
Nana does have
a
light
Bill
switch.
Clinton?
Yeah, that with Bill Clinton and the little light switch thing is his wiener.
Mm-hmm.
You know what we're saying. Okay, Busy. So this week on Sip and Key, we're going to be talking about some really fun stuff. We're going to bring back the segment that you guys liked from last week. Who's That Hoe? So this is the set. We're not going to do that right now, but I did make one intro for it. Here it is. Yep, just like real quick, dance club. Who's that hoe? Where me and Busy present each other with people we don't think the other one knows who that hoe is. And
People,
hoe
places,
is
or things.
people, places, or things. Yes, it could be. It's a noun. Person, place, or thing. Okay. Sis from BB 21. It's a noun. So, did you get that? Okay, he got it. So we're gonna bring that, and obviously it's genderless. So the hoe is just the thing that we think the other person doesn't know. And then we also have, what's our other new segment, Busy? I didn't make an intro for that one.
Oh, and the last one, or
Like
the other two
where we
before?
bring a story to each other.
Oh, we talking.
We talk. Okay. And then we'll catch up. And then at the end, more towards the end, we're going to have some opinions from the alleged word on the street that goes on.
Yes.
And you guys know we talk about sometimes the YouTube stuff. There's a lot of things happening.
Yes.
Me and Busy have been gone. And there's certain people we don't really want to talk about anymore just for because it's not fun. But it's just some of this stuff is just too big.
There was a change.
There will have to be some discussion because
Yes,
old
what's up?
players are back in,
Yes!
even though they said they're not.
We got clearance.
Now, then that's season 3 of the YouTube season 3, which has been a really bad season. Let's be honest. The network called and they were like, we're canceling it. And then all of a sudden it picked back up, but it's not really what we want to see still. It's still not what we want to see.
It's gotten worse.
They
added a character and they're taking the whole show down.
They're taking the show down, allegedly. So it's going to be the alleged case files, the YouTube case files, allegedly. And we'll be getting to that. So first things first, let's catch up, Busy Blue. I haven't seen you. We took last week off, and I haven't seen you since you came to my house like a tornado of fun. And then Busy was like, don't worry, I have until tomorrow. Like afternoon, we'll hang out. And then all of a sudden on my bedroom door, 7:30 in the morning, boom, boom, boom. I got my flight information wrong. I have to leave right now. And I was like, what? What, sir?
I got the times wrong, y'all.
Yeah.
I had 5 hours less than I thought I did. And I had to leave immediately. And I was texting Joleen while I knew she was asleep because I was like, it was a comfortable bed that I was in. Beautiful bedroom. I had opened up the doors. It was just really nice. So I was like, girl, let me know when you get up so I'll be walking around white people's house like this. And just waiting for her to get up, and I was just chilling like a villain. So, I was texting Tay the Bay, and I was like, hey, just can you send my confirmation email just one more time? Just take a photo, text it to me. And he sent it, and I was like, this has got to be incorrect. And he was like, well, maybe it's in our time zone. No. Okay. I had to get up. I had to get up immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately.
I felt like I was hit by a tornado of Busy. And then you were gone. And I was like, I didn't know what to do with myself. And then we had a whole week off of Sip and Key, and now we're back. Yeah. So update me. What is going on in your life? And shout out, you guys, quit giving us money. You're going to make our haters jealous. And we're going to spend it on drugs. Evangelist, thank you so much. Joleen and Busy, thanks for a safe place to laugh and have fun. Yes, this is your safe space. In my safe space. You ever see that episode of South Park? In my safe space. Okay. Well, check it out. I should have asked you that later. Okay. I am not well. Thank you for the $4.99. It says tampons need to be replaced with candy corn hags. Tampons need to be replaced with candy corn.
I can't. Ooh. I almost died.
Stop. You almost died. What do you mean?
Girl, so, and this is your fault. Okay. This is your fault. So, okay. So I left your house just in a tizzy. Like, I was just like, oh my God, I gotta go. Picking up everything and putting it back, right? My flight was at 1:30. Okay. Mm-hmm. I was not going to get to the airport until about 12:45.
Because from where Busy had to fly out,
off the rental car.
I'm like 4 hours away, right? Did it take you 4 hours to drive to Vegas? Okay.
And I had to drop off the rental car first. And in Vegas, you got to drop off the rental car, then they take you to the airport, but you got to wait for the shuttle to take you to the airport. So I was like, I'm not going to get there on time to make my flight. Then the train that always arrives, okay? The time just kept going backwards. And I was like, I'm just getting later and later and later and later. I'm so nervous. So I stopped, get gas real quick because I'm like, look, I don't know if I'm going to be there enough gas to get through the desert or wherever I'm going through, the reserve, What did I call it? What is it called?
It's the desert and it's Joshua Tree. You went and saw Joshua trees and you thought they were ugly. And I was like, nobody thinks they're ugly. But
Yeah,
you
they are
did.
ugly. But what's the name of the park?
Joshua Tree?
Masoma.
What
What
park?
is the name of the desert park that I went to? Isn't there a name? And I called it something. Mojave. Mojave.
Oh, you called it the Mojave or something. I don't
Yeah, the
know.
Mojave. Yeah.
Yeah.
So driving through that. So y'all, the drive there, boring, long, boring.
It's beautiful.
The trees were the ugliest trees I've ever seen. Okay, that you ever did see. Okay, and then I got there. It just felt so long. It was boring, long, and the trees were ugly, and nobody else was there. I kept feeling like everybody was about to kill me. So driving back, I was like, okay, so y'all, okay, if cops cared, I would have been in jail because I was doing at least 100.
Oh no,
The
that's
whole
not good.
time. I was gonna. The time kept going. It got to a point where I was completely stopped, and I just watched the time go up to like 1:15. And I was like, I'm definitely not going there because y'all doing construction on the road that nobody's on. Why are we doing? This is where infrastructure funding is going, Biden. So then I'm speeding, got gas, got out. So as I'm driving, I'm making a good time. I'm like, I gotta pee, right? I knew that there was this one stop. It was kind of in the middle of the desert, but I remember there was just like one bathroom. It was like it was by that train station for that train that randomly comes that I really feel like nothing's on it. Remember I was telling you about it?
Oh, that bathroom always has so many flies, but it's a pretty train station, but no trains seem to come there, but the bathroom's gross.
It was nasty, but I was only there to urinate and go. So boom, stop there real quick because I started making good time in. I said, okay, I got at least 3 minutes. Got out the car, used the bathroom, got back in the car, boom, seatbelt up, boom, started to drive the car, boom, no service.
Oh no.
My phone goes out. Google Maps is like, girl, I don't know how to help you. I don't know. It was
Area 51. Area 51.
I was like, I don't know where you are. And I was like, where am I supposed to go? I couldn't call anyone. I couldn't maps anything.
How did you find your way? Did you follow the sun?
Girl, no. Did I follow the sun? Girl, no.
I don't know what to do.
I just kept driving. And I drove and drove and drove. So I knew which way I was going. What I did know is that I didn't make any turns. Well, I made 2 turns, but it was like right when I was getting into the desert. So I was like, I got enough time to drive straight until I have to make a turn. Hopefully, when I have to make a turn, the service is back. So I just kept driving straight. And at first, it felt comfortable.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, it's comfortable. But then it was about an hour and a half of driving.
Oh,
with no service. And I was like, this is why I die. Okay. The storms.
You are so dramatic. I just did shows in San Diego that same weekend, and I had to drive through the mountains, and for like an hour I had no service, but never once was I like, I'm gonna die.
Because I had no service and no directions. So like I could have missed like whatever turn it was. So it was just like, okay. So then I saw this car come, right? And it made a turn. So I was like, I haven't seen a car for hours. So this must be the turn. So I turned. And I start driving. And I'm like, okay. Still no service. Then the lines leave the road. And I was like, no, the lines never left the road when I was driving here. And then I got service. Boom. 1 bar LTE. So then I immediately called Tavon. I was like, I don't know where I'm going. I'm scared. I don't know what's going on. He's like, baby, you lose the service. I can't hear you. Girl, I thought that was the end of my life. I said, no one's going to be able to find me because you don't know. No one knows where I am. Joleen is killing me right now, okay?
I'm sleeping at this time. I'm sleeping. I'm like, I can't believe it. Busy. Thank you, Jaguars Hooligan. Jaguars Hooligan. You made my week, Joleen and Busy. Oh my gosh, stop with the beef and the bees in the chat. Put your beefs and your bees in the chat for Jaguar Hooligan. thank you. We're gonna spend it on drugs, but you're making our haters really mad. Stop, you guys.
Very.
Okay, keep going, busy. Keep going. Okay, so you're about to die.
Yeah, like literally about to die. I'm like, it's just
Mhm.
it's over for me. So I was like, there's no lights, and there was no lights here, and I'm crying, and he's like, I can't hear you, like, which made it worse because it's like no one knows where I'm a black man in a desert.
Freckles says it sounds like a horror movie. It does. It sounds like The Hills Have Eyes. Oh no.
It was the worst thing ever. So then I turn around, I'm like, because then I lose him. Like the service goes away. And he's like trying to share your location with me. And I'm like,
Are you a ghost? Are you a ghost? Are you here?
I could be.
Busy's a ghost.
I lost service. So then I'm just like crying.
Oh no. Busy. Like on YouTube? Like crying.
Yeah. I was like,
is it poor Busy.
I felt like I was supposed to be going this way. I can't. So now I'm just crying. And then finally I get back in contact with me. He was like, where are you? And I was like, I don't know. Can you hear me? That's what I just kept saying. Then after that, can you hear me? Because to make sure that I was like not gonna die soon. And it was a storm coming. So it started to get gray clouds everywhere.
A storm?
Yes. In the middle of the dance. The clouds got so gray.
This is some alien shit. They wanted you. They wanted your butt bad. They wanted it bad because this does not happen. I've never heard this in my life.
Gray clouds. It was gray clouds and windy. Like I saw tumbleweeds.
You were gonna die. Yep.
Mm-hmm. I was crying, y'all. I really thought this was it. And I was like, well, it was a good weekend.
Oh no, we only have to get sushi once. Like that's not a good weekend.
I had to take what I could if this is the final day. But soon.
This sounds like an Erica Jane story from The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I know you don't watch it, but this does sound like Tom Girardi. Was Tom Girardi in the car with you? Because this sounds a little Erica Jane.
I think he could have been. The thing was, you remember when I said that the people were following me as I was getting to your house, and I was like, they were murderers. No one was with me. Like it was almost like no one took this road on Mondays. Like no one was driving, and it made me even more nervous because it's nothing but land and space and desert. And then it started getting dark, and now my service is gone. And then it was so hilly, so I'm like, I don't remember all of these. But finally, it came back on, and I was able to. It was like this, so I was just like, I'm crying, I'm like this. It was a sight to see. I just knew it was gonna be over. But I did make it back to the road. But Teddy Bear tell you, I did call him in a panic. I said, Joleen almost killed me.
Oh my God. I love how it falls back on me. What about Chell? He was here too.
No, he didn't ask me to come.
Maybe it was Delta.
I almost died. It was Delta. I almost died, Joleen. When I say it was the scariest thing, and I've had a lot of fear. I have a lot of fears. And there's a lot of things I've gone through. I have never been that terrified where I'm just like, I'm just hoping that this is the right way. And I love My Favorite Murder by Georgia and Karen. I just knew this was it. And how dumb am I to follow that random truck? But I was like, no one else.
Yeah,
I have not seen a car.
To the murder house. He was taking you to like Texas Chainsaw Massacre house, and you were like, "Hello, I'm coming along." Yes, and Busy does. He falls asleep to My Favorite Murder because I was like, "Good night, Busy," and I tucked him in, and we had just watched Potomac, and Chell made us cookies, and we had ice cream sundaes, and we were just watching Potomac, laughing, and then we're like, "Oh, we're sleepy," even though we were gonna stay up all night. And I go, "Good night, Busy," and he's like, "Can you turn off all the lights? I'm just gonna listen to My Favorite Murder and fall asleep."
I sure did. And y'all, I'm telling y'all, thank you. I don't know why Siri's talking to me. Hold on, I'm sorry.
New YouTube story. Busy Blue abducted by aliens. Yes, Madonna. And how many times did your car flip? Because Tom Girardi's car, Erica Jane's husband's, flipped a lot.
Only twice.
In Pasadena. Only twice.
Only
okay.
twice.
All right.
I really seriously thought it was a gun. Y'all, I cried. I cried. I didn't sit there and cry because I was like, if I stop someone, it's their time to shoot me and kill me. So I had to keep driving. So I kept driving. But I was crying the whole way. When I took that turn, and I had to go at least 15 minutes out of the way because I drove and I was like, there was lines the whole time. Where are the lines? And it just got worse and worse. And Tay Miles, what? I can't. You're going.
Oh no, you couldn't even hear your baby's last words. Oh no.
I was almost a
Oh.
goner.
Murderinos unite. Am I right? I would have had to call Karen and Georgia and be like, listen, ladies, we're going to have to do a memorial show for Busy together.
You
And
would.
we'll have to make it happen. And it'll
I
be in
would
the
have
middle of the
hated
desert. Why? Because I was there.
Okay, I've never gotten a chance to see them. How dare y'all wait till I'm dead to go bring them to me?
Freckles. Oh my God. Freckles.
Stop,
Stop. You
stop,
sweetie.
stop,
Wipe
stop.
the seedy. Oh, you're just going to give our haters more reasons to hate us. And could I get some extra drugs, please? Thank you. I just bought all the drugs.
A couple
Thank
more,
you. Couple more, whatever the kids are doing these days. Thank you, drugs. Thank you, Freckles. Oh my God, Freckles. Just a little preview for later on. Freckles became a big character in season 3. That's soon to be. Now, listen, had Freckles been a main character this whole time, I don't think we'd be canceling the season. I'm just going to put that out there. I don't think we would. I think we would have a much better season. But she came in late, and I don't think she can save the season yet, but we'll get to that later. So Busy arrived at the airport. You took your plane.
Barely.
And
I got there right before it was taking off.
That's so crazy.
And there was this man standing there.
Did he have a knife?
On the plane. No, he was like, you guys are stupid. With your out here with your mask. They're going to start controlling your brains.
Oh, yeah,
And
that's
like,
true.
Please
That's true.
don't let him be the one coming on. Well, he wasn't. But he was yelling at us. And I was like,
they're going to know
to
everything you buy in Walmart. If you put that mask on, they're going to follow all your purchases at Walmart. They're going to target advertise you and raise the prices. You're fucked. So there you go. That's just how it is. Sorry, conspiracy theory. Take your mask off.
I hate you. But I made it home safely. And then all this stuff happened. Yeah, I took a week off. But I forgot to tell you how I almost died because of you.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I've been waiting to hear that.
I didn't want that. I didn't want that for you. I am not well oh God, I'm going to get so high. I'm going to get so high because I got high, because I got high, because I got high. La da 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 da. Do you remember that song? Is that a song or did I just make that up?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was going to go to Sip and Key and then I got high. You know what they say in that song? I was going to eat your ussy too and then I got high. It's like if someone got too high to eat your ussy, you'd be pretty mad. You'd be like, excuse me, wake up. The promises were made. And when you're married, that turns into rubbing my feet. Hello, sir, you told me you'd rub my feet. Wake up. I will wake my husband up from a coma if he promised to rub my feet. Sir. Not Afro Man. Oh, Scared and Beautiful. Shout out to Plez.
What's up, Plez?
Plez, I'm so glad you're not in anywhere in this season because
she was the smartest person in this whole saga.
The smartest. Smartest. Like that's why this whole that's why everyone's mad because no one will ever be Plez. It's the PhD, the Plez hating degree. Like no one will ever be Plez. And that's the bottom line because Stone Cold says so. What is with me and my quotes? Do you remember Stone Cold Steve Austin, the wrestler?
No.
Damn it, I should save that for the segment. Who's this hoe? Well, he was a wrestler. And I don't know if he was any good.
You're just naming people now.
I don't know.
All right, so how catch me up. You had a show?
Well, yes, I told you about it. It was the day before you came to visit me, right? It was a blur. So I was in San Diego. I met some of our YouTube friends, some of the Lean team, some of the Blowjos came out. It was so fun. Got to try out new material, really fun. Let's see. I got my nails done. I went up a mountain.
Me?
Well,
why did you do that?
I would have done it with you, but you had to leave at 7:30 in the morning because you got your flight information wrong.
I feel like I never knew it at this point. Why did you go up there?
Oh, to the mountain? The tram that I was telling you about because I've never done it. So it's in Palm Springs and you take it all the way to the top. You go up to like 8,000, 9,000 feet. And there's like a 40 degree temperature difference, which is a lot when you're in the desert. And it's cooled down now. But when it's like 120 here, if you go up there and you're like, oh, it's 80. Oh, it's so chilly. But we went up there and it was beanie weather. All of a sudden it was beanie season. And I love being from Minnesota. Like, oh my God, I got all the beanies, but they're in storage right now. You know? And so I'm like, Chell, we got to go get my beanie. So I had to buy a new one there. So we took it up. They have a restaurant up there. We hiked. Oh my God. I take him on crazy like white lady hikes and he loves it. Chell loves hiking. We're just that weird married couple. Good. Yeah. And we, took selfies. It was so beautiful. And I want to go back a million times. And I want you to come back. so I can take you because you go on a tram made by the Swiss up the mountain. Boom, 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 boom. Takes about 10 minutes to get up there. It's amazing.
So we're considering, I will tell you after, but there is a plan to possibly go there
To my
for
house?
my birthday. Yes.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I really hope so.
We're looking through some dates and stuff of something that I want to go to. So
Okay. I love it. I love
possible.
it. You and
did y'all
Taylor
eat
will
the rest
do.
of the cookies? Those cookies were so good even the next day. They even got through the plane. I really thought that they was gonna take my cookies from me.
Did Tay eat them? Did he like them?
Yes.
Did you save them for him?
Well, I did, but I really did hype up the fact that it was like, these are the best cookies I've ever had.
We have to go to Solvang, Busy, because I like Danishes and you like wine. So we'll both be in heaven. So I'll eat all the Danishes, you eat all the
And
wine.
I'll drink all the drink.
Vanderpump Rules went there and we can feed ostriches with Daddy's disappointment. That sounds like heaven.
I don't want to feed no big old bird.
I'll feed the bird. I'm going to baby bird feed him. I'm going to chew up my Danish and then spit it. That's gross, Joleen. You're a gross hoe. You are a gross hoe. That sounds fantastic. Me and Busy have been talking about wanting to, we got to get on the road and come out and see you guys and do some live shows.
But you ain't say nothing about no birds.
Well, I mean, I don't discriminate. So if a bird wants to come to our show, then they're going to come to our show. You know. We missed you too, Eden. We missed you too. So that's all that's going on with me. Let's see. Oh, I don't want to brag, okay, but TJ Maxx hit me up, and I do go there a lot. That's where I spend a lot of my Sundays.
They gave you your return, so they refunded you your money for that dress.
No, I haven't bought a dress since before the Panakuchen. What am I gonna wear a dress to? No, they would be pajama pants probably, or something, yoga pants. No, they hit me up in the DMs, because I'm just like a hardcore influencer now, and they're like, "Hey, we love your TikTok with your candles," because I took a TikTok with candles, and they're like, "We want to feature it on our site," and I was like, "Oh my God, TJ Maxx, fine, if we must do that." And then they sent over some terms and conditions, and it's just like pretty much I'm gonna be the face of TJ. No, I'm not gonna be the face of TJ Maxx, but they're gonna put me on their social media, which I'm like, oh, okay. Okay.
I mean, if you want to, congratulations.
Stop. That's honestly where I go on like Sundays, sometimes Saturdays. Okay, I put in my little AirPods, whatever the frick they're called. I listen to podcasts. Like I finished the South Lake podcast. Have you listened to that one? You would like that one because it's political. No, it's not about murder, but it is about critical race theory and in the small town in Texas.
I would love that.
And it's really good. It's really good. So I recommend South Lake. But when I'm not trying to feed my brain, I poison it and I listen to the YouTube drama. But I feel good because a couple weeks ago when I was at Trader Joe's, when I was at TJ Maxx, I was listening to Freckles channel. And that was when I think I shared that link in my community tab. I don't know if that link is still up, but that was a really good live. So, but then sometimes I'll be on. This week I was on people's channels. I don't even know who these people are. But I was just hearing. You got to check out.
Last week I was looking at spiders and witches, and I was like, "What is going on?"
I mean,
it's too much.
I'm discovering, all these channels now because of everything that's been going down on the YouTubes this week. But yeah.
It's all set up. It's all set up. It's all deployed, but we'll get into that.
We'll get into it. Thanks, you guys.
It's new channels.
Yeah, it's just I have a candle, obviously, like so basic.
She took a picture, they liked it, and they said, "Can we put it on our stuff?"
Wasn't just a picture, Busy. It was a TikTok.
It was a TikTok.
And it was me singing. Well, not really. I barely have 300 followers, so if people could follow me on TikTok, that would be amazing. But it was me and a bunch of candles.
They're not watching this.
Well, they don't care about that. They just want content for their thing,
Yeah.
But it was really cute because they have these candles that I showed you that look like coffee cups, and they're from DW Candles. Yeah. And so they have like a pumpkin spice, a ghostly ghoul one. They have all these different flavors. And I grabbed a bunch of them, and I literally had just woken up, and I have like pajamas on, and my hair's a mess. And I'm singing Britney Spears' Lucky because I'm so lucky because I found all my candles at TJ Maxx, because that's what makes me happy in life. Now, as a 41-year-old sober lady, that shit makes my heart sing. I don't give. When Busy came here, he was like, "Where's the club?" I was like, "Where's the TJ Maxx? And how come there's not a late night Maxx? I want a late night Marshalls, a late night Maxx, and a clean Ross. Can someone give me a clean Ross? Damn it. I am so tired of these Rosses."
There so much. Chell was like, "I'm just gonna just drop me off," and then because I know what's going to happen. I know what's happening here. Like, wait,
Yes.
what's the process?
Motor City, thank you. Thank you for following me. Hopefully I follow you back. Let me know if I don't and I'm being a dick. Peaches, yeah, I'm in the bushes. I stay in the bushes quite a bit with YouTube drama stuff because that's just how I learn. I just don't really participate in the
And the people don't know whether or not they're mad at one person or the people in the bushes. And y'all get out of there. And now you're getting yelled at. And it's like,
Well, that's the live when I heard Freckles talking about, shout out to Freckles, talking about StreamYard dry snitching. And she coined that term, much like me and Busy have kept this season. Thank God for me and Busy. I'm just going to toot our own horn, toot, with all the terminology, the nicknames, the cottage boys. I mean, we've kept this season. This season would just be cops. Do you know what I mean? It would just be cops. It would be, they just brought back cops and it's tanking, you know, kind of like how they canceled, what was that, like 911 show that they had where you follow the police?
No, that was
Live PD.
It was a parody.
Yeah, well, not Live PD. And then after everything went down over 2020, they were like, I think we're going to cancel the police shows. I think we're going to do that, you know? And so they did that. So this would just be like a really bad 1992 season of Cops. Do you know what I mean?
Whose fault it is, or I know whose fault it is.
I know whose fault it is, and they don't have a face. And I know, okay?
They sure don't. Okay, sure don't. So that was it. Yeah, so y'all ate the rest. So wait, you didn't answer my question. Did y'all eat the rest of the cookies?
We
and
did,
how candy? What? Where's my hat?
Okay, Chel's gonna ship it, but also you weren't talking to anyone for a week. And Chel said, I'm about to text Busy and say, you don't get your hat until you talk to my wife.
But you already have my address.
No, I know, but we just missed you so much and we hadn't heard from you. It was a very dramatic week for all of us. It was very dramatic. Missy it, but we just wanted to make sure you were okay. That's why every day I was like, hello, friend. Are you okay? Are you okay?
You are an amazing friend. You're an amazing friend. And
I'm a stalker.
I want everyone to.
When I love you, I love you. And if I don't love you, you don't hear from me. You don't hear from me. I forgot your number. I don't even know you're alive anymore. Miss Thea, thank you for the super chat for Jolene's TJ Maxx Candle Fund. Oh, praise you. Oh my God. Between the drugs and the candles, I'm living a full life. Okay. Okay. Because these YouTube streets are like Busy and Jolene are high AF. Master of Blackjack. Shout out to Master of Blackjack joining us. I'm pissed. Cops was one of my favorite shows of all time. You and my dad, Paul Lunzer. Yep. He loved it. He loved it. Okay. That's how he knew about the country. Not traveling it. He'd be like, don't go to Miami. Saw a couple episodes of Cops. Not good. Not good. What's going on down there? Not good. And I was like, but you've never been there, sir. So I'm not going to listen to that. Okay. So that's basically what I've been doing. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
There's that Busy. All right. So you have to tell me something, you said.
All right. So this was just a story. So the story that I wanted to talk to you about, I could not find. But
okay,
I did find the person who kind of creates the stories. And I wanted to walk through this with you. And you tell me, or we can talk about it in chat, if this has ever happened to you, because I have a story kind of behind this about Atlanta. Remember my trip?
Oh, I love it. Oh, we have to go to Atlanta together. We've never been to Atlanta together.
I'm not going to Atlanta with a white woman.
I go there all the time.
But I want to go with a gay black male.
What's wrong? Well, can I like go and then I guess you just hang out with me when your cool gay friends aren't around?
Yeah, right. Okay, there we go. So, no, let's go. So,
oh my gosh, no thanks.
Well, if that's what you decide,
I'm gonna have a Scentsy party for 2 minutes. Keep talking. Thanks, Care Bear. It is the Aquarian in us.
I'm gonna share this screen and then let's walk through this. Now, this is really old, but this did happen to me. Wait, no, what happened?
Sarah Smile said my cousin was on Cops 4 times. That's 4 times too many. She used to brag about it like it was a good thing. Sarah, that's kind of hilarious. It's kind of like when I was in my 20s and I started going to the bars and I was on a beer league softball team because that's what you do in the Midwest. And all of a sudden we were in a bar and these are kind of like small town Minnesota. Well, it's in the city, but still Minnesota. And up on the wall were checks, like, don't take checks from this guy. And they were like, Joleen, that guy has the same last name as you. And I was like, that's my uncle. So when you're lots of Lunzers writing bad checks all around St. Paul, Minnesota, Ashley, stop. I'm going to get so much drugs with this $2. I've missed y'all. Thank you for the content. You're welcome. We love you. Too. We love you. Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on. This is not letting me full screen it.
This looks good.
So I shared it.
Okay.
And I want to put it over here. Boom.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
All right. So I told you about the whole Atlanta thing, right? Okay. So I started watching. So shout out to Jamie. That's me. One of my favorite content creators.
Who?
Love her to death.
Who?
Jamie. That's me.
Jamie, that's me. Shout out to you.
Yeah, the one who starts off like this. Oh, well, hey, man. Like every time she starts off, like we just shocked her, and I love it. But she started doing this segment where she's like reading random stuff, and she was reading some story, and I was
Okay.
like, "Dad, I know that's not true." Okay, so I was like, I have to look this up." But then I watched one of the text message exchanges, and I was like, "Okay, this seems a little similar." Okay, so
Okay.
I'm gonna read it through.
Okay.
And I guess we can kind of try to infer what's going on. But he
Okay.
says, "Hey, are you checked into the hotel? Let me know what's going on. I called you 3 times. What the F?" I guess they replied, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I just checked in 30 minutes ago. My phone was charging. It died. I'm getting out of the shower now." Bet. Cool. I'm on my way. Okay. So it seems
Okay.
like things are going well. They said, "Huh? What you mean, huh? I'm on my way to hang out with you. Is that an issue? Hang out with me in what way?
What?
We've been talking for 5.5 months. I flew you out. I flew you out here
Oh no.
and got you a hotel. I want to see you, babe. You acting brand new." And they respond, "It's late. I don't want company tonight. That's all. I'm tired. It's literally after midnight." They responded, "Okay, I'll be over, in the morning. I'll let you sleep." Sounds okay. Right now, what you thinking?
We've been talking for 5.5 months. I flew you here and got you a hotel. I want to see you, bae. Why are you acting brand new? It's late. I don't want company tonight is all. I'm tired. It's literally, dude, it's after midnight. He's texting her. She's got her period. It's a new day. She's menstruating. The flow has come to town and now it's not okay. Maybe, or I was drunk when we made these plans. You took too long and now I took care of myself. Those are my answers. My first reaction would be you took care of yourself or it's a heavy flow.
Okay.
What happened?
Okay. So, first of all, great answers. I didn't think any of those. Okay, so
Okay.
they said over in the morning just to hang out as friends, right? Because he said he'll be over in the morning, and or she, whoever they are. And they said, "Look, can we FaceTime? Look, my phone is still charging, but you got enough juice to text."
But listen, unless you have, because Apple didn't tell us forever, hey, we got some new technology where you can charge your phone like that. The rest of us were sitting there for hours like, okay, we're up okay, we got 1% up. Because then if we always had super duper chargers, why were we even fucking with these other chargers? That's what I don't understand. Where we're just like, oh God, that is true. So she's still living in the ice ages when we had these like, it went up 1%. Okay, I better turn my brightness down. I better put it on airplane mode. So she's struggling. Okay. She has those phones. Maybe it's an iPhone 5C. It's getting real hot. The C's get real hot. C's are in degrees, but they're not good phones.
Burn up.
They burn up.
Child, look, why are you acting different? Do you not want to hang out? I didn't know what we were. I didn't know we was just friends. I would not have flown you out here. I don't, my friends. We've been sending nudes and sexting on FaceTimes. What am I missing here? Okay, so
well, first of all, just because you send nudes doesn't mean you have to bang it out. Maybe you're just
sexting.
The nude guy. Yeah, but maybe you're just the sexting person. Maybe you're not the insertion. You're the playsertion, pretendsertion. Like the presumption. Just because you've seen my boobs and we might have pleasured ourselves to each other on the text doesn't mean we're going to go full Sally Mae, And
it seems like it. Okay, I feel like we're rushing things.
Yeah, I would say too. I mean, because if you think about it, I'm a traditional gal.
No, the rush was you getting on the plane. You should never have came to the city or the hotel room.
Listen, I'm a traditional gal. Fly me out, we'll sext, here's my tits. But as far as intercourse goes, I'm going to save that till my second marriage. You know what I mean? Until the one that counts. So I don't know. I don't see a problem so far. I don't see a problem.
Y'all, and put in the comments, have y'all gone through this? How y'all feel so far? So then the response was, I don't want to have sex or anything. Just hang out as friends if that's okay. You're amazing and a good friend. Okay. I
Okay.
just don't want to upset you. Upset me? I'm livid.
Oh, livid. Oh, that's a little too much. That's too much. That's murder words. That's too much. Livid.
I paid over $1,000 for you to come out here. Okay.
Your problem,
I don't
Citibank.
do that for friends. I don't do that for friends. You know what? No worries. Since we're just friends, girl, I was gonna need my 977 bag.
First of all, that's not 1,000. That is, under $30 away from 1,000. Okay, so let's not jump to 1,000. Also, again, that's your problem, Citibank. I don't know why you would do that unless you have verbal confirmation and FaceTime being like, "We will boinky boink all night long." If
Your
you
vagina's
decide,
not enough if we're sexting in video FaceTiming.
well, maybe she just changed her mind. So it's a prerogative. It's my prerogative. Busy Blues #2 fans, stop with the super sticker.
Thank you so
guys, let us
much.
know what you guys are thinking. So far, I'm thinking this makes sense. If some guy or girl, maybe it's two girls, maybe it's two guys or whatever, are dumb enough to buy you a trip and expect something out of it, what happened to just, buying a nice meal, a nice flight for $977.85 and
They
calling it a
won't even
day?
come to you. It looks like you can't even come to the room.
Well, you can, but you got to be friends. You got to bring Scrabble. You got to bring Yahtzee. And it's okay. Bring bananagrams. What's wrong with bananagrams? Sometimes can lead to intercourse. Maybe she just felt, or he, I don't know who these people are, felt a little pressure. Like, well, I don't want you to assume, because it takes a lot. Like, a lady can't just, our boners just don't go up like this. We got to see, like, what are you bringing to the table besides the 977?
Your hotel room. It is the table. It's the room. It's the room that the table's in.
Well, what kind of hotel room? What did maybe he put her in a Quality Inn and she was like, this isn't very quality,
Yeah, she's
maybe
willing to stay.
Was it a nonstop flight? I need more details. If you put me on, if I had stops, no vagina. Okay. If it's a Quality Inn,
okay.
no vagina. Okay. And maybe now I'm just like that. Clearly, this was a friend trip because you booked this like you don't want vagina. You booked this for your friend or your mom that you don't like and you're trying to rebuild your relationship with, not with the lady you're trying to get in her vaginals. So we don't know if she had a long layover. We don't know if she was at the Comfort Inn. She could be staying in the place that the cottage boy stayed at with the blood on the walls and the roaches. And that's not going to make you horny. I just don't see the problem so far. I want to see pictures of the hotel room. I got to see the flight itinerary. Miss M, thank you. We love you. Says, thanks for inspiring me to plan a Runyon Canyon hike in the morning. I miss my Runyon Canyon hikes. They're so fun. But stop. We're going to you do your Runyon Canyon. We're going to buy more drugs.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. And be careful. So, can I get my money back? And this person says, oh, I don't have that.
Yeah, who does?
Why are you acting this way? I want to take things slow. Please don't be mean. Taking it slow would mean not flying you out here. You played me.
No.
So check this out. Okay. Checkout is at 12 p.m. tomorrow. Okay. I'm going to be canceling the other 2 days of my room. Okay. That I paid for.
Oh, that's rude.
And I'm also canceling the flight back.
Okay, that's rude because she probably already put her stuff in the dressers. If she sounds like a responsible lady who probably folded it, put it up, put all her toiletries in the bathroom. And now she's got to, roll up the hair. Have you ever rolled up a hair straightener? It could still be hot. She's going to have to wait on that. It's a lot of work, sir. I feel like this is a man to a woman for sure.
And then the gaslighting. Wow, this is how you do people. I don't have the money to get home. At least let me fly back. I'll check out tomorrow. Nah, lose my number and have a nice life. 5.5 months.
Okay,
5.5 months, Joleen.
But for real though,
5.5 months.
No one ever owes you sex.
No.
If you spend money on a lady, that doesn't guarantee you vagina. And that's the misconception that's been told to men since the land before time. Do you remember that movie with the dinosaurs? The male dinosaurs were, pushing the trees down, making it easier for the females to eat. And like, oh, hey, where's the vag? And they were like, sir, that's not how it works.
But there wasn't this. No one. He was basically, or whoever they were, was saying, What you mean, just friends? We done seen it. I'm trying to come over, and you like what? Just as what you mean? First of all, I never even said I had anything planned, but don't act like I ain't seen all parts of you before. You put the phone inside of you. I know what you look like.
But it's very different. That's virtual. That's from a distance. The world looks blue and blue balls. You know, the Bette Midler classic Blue Balls song, From a Distance.
I can't. I'm sorry. When I say I'm frustrated, and it's just like, it just sounded real. Oh, I'm not sure what you're talking. You checked in. I'm coming over. Oh, what do you mean coming?
I would
what
have
you mean?
to
What I
see
mean?
a previous exchange where she said, yes, thank you
You
for
wanna see
the
the sex
flight
tape?
for $977.85. You will get to enter my vagina upon arrival. See you there. If that was not said, then why? Maybe she thought, I'll stay in this room, you stay in your room, because she set the precedent of we do phone sex, we do sexting. So she was like, no, you stay in your room, I'll stay in mine, we'll be in the same city, so it'll be a little hotter. Maybe she was getting closer and closer to that. But
Now you sure
as of
got your
now,
own room to stay in?
well, it looked like he offered.
She doesn't have it. She don't got it.
He offered. She owes you nothing. Yeah. I'm still.
She doesn't owe him anything, but don't be making it seem like I feel like he was bamboozled. I feel like
I'm tired. If you're stupid, you're stupid. Like if you wanted a contract, if you wanted a sex tract, you know what I mean? And you were like, okay, if I fly her out here. Also, technically this would be their first date. I don't care how many times you've put your fingers in your Virginia and he's touched his hairy palms onto his wiener. That still doesn't mean that the first time you meet, you're going to have intercourses. Do you know what I mean? That might take a little bit. That might take a couple trips. Okay.
And you know what? I think it's important to make sure that you realize, or at least ask each other, are we just friends here or are we dating? Because maybe this person didn't ask that.
Exactly. I think a lot of times people aren't as upfront as they should be. And maybe she wasn't either. She was like, okay, it's a free trip, you know? Kathleen makes a good point. You should never go anywhere if you don't have the money to get back home, because it's very dangerous, especially as a woman. You know, you just never know. So if he's going to fly you out, make sure you can get back, because seriously, you're going to deal with man babies like this. We're like, you're not going to touch my wiener. Well, I'm taking your room away at the Quality Inn, and you're going to have to. I'm canceling. He probably put her on Spirit Airlines. This has Spirit Airlines energy. This has small dick Spirit Airlines energy all over.
If he could cancel a flight that fast, I'm sure
it was Spirit. He just like, yeah, no, it was Spirit. He texted them and he was like,
Sarah
no sex, and they
she
said
tried to play games with him and got burned, but he also shouldn't have expended. I felt like I could see him being mad, but I don't think that she was being fair.
Okay, all right.
I think she was. He's like, oh my God, you acting real different. Like he wasn't even like, babe. It's been 5.5 months.
Yeah, they should both be clear. Amused, you're exactly right. This is why people need to be clear. Are we banging when we get there or not? And if we're not, cool. But just ask. Be like, hey, or if you want to be a romantic, are we going to make love bang?
Make love.
You know, make love bang. Are we make love banging or what? You know, are we doing mouth stuff? Or is it just handies all day? You know, what's happening? Dry humps, what's happening? What are we going to be doing? Just set the tone, set the mood so no one's disappointed, right? I feel like it's not that hard.
I feel like she played the banana like her.
I feel like I really like her, and she is me, and I am her. And
you got it. You got her totally.
Are we discussing 90 Day? Yeah. This is kind of like 90 Day Fiance. Kind of. Tammy says, a short moment of awkwardness can prevent an incredibly uncomfortable situation. Just be honest. Yes, be honest. Like, I would like you to come here so we could be intimate together because I really like you. And if he really wants penetration, like she
probably said that.
But we didn't see those texts. So if you're providing screenshots, it's just like this, you know, sucky season 3 of YouTube. We got screenshots, but they don't mean dick. They don't mean anything. You know, it's like, oh, here's
none of her screenshots or
here's my phone log
either.
Yeah, you're like, oh, so you called that person? Okay, that doesn't prove anything to the things you're accusing anybody of.
You're right.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You did 2 hours all day. I called people to find out if this horrible thing was true about this person I hate, so it could fit my narrative and I could be the victim all day, which was the time I woke up at 3 p.m. till 6 p.m. when I went live. Yeah, it gives me that kind of energy. It gives me cottage energy. Definitely. That man did not pay $1,000 for her to come and make friendship bracelets. But maybe.
Thank you, Aaron. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it sounds like a really nice situation. Lowered expectations on SNL. Did she get home? Is she safe? Right? Did she get home? Can we worry less about his ejaculation, which he can cause for himself? Do you know what I mean? And more about her safety.
I hope he got some that night.
This is why there's so many episodes of Dateline, because men get so mad so easily. Like, you had to actively call and make that flight. And if you weren't brave enough to be like, are we going to have sex? Because that's what I really want out of this. Say what it is. Say what you mean. Maybe she thought, oh, hey, you're flying me to what? Like St. Louis. We're going to see the arch and then have a picnic and call it a day. We're going to go to a Cardinals game. I don't know what happens in St. Louis.
But now when she gets to St. Louis, she's so clear. What's going on? Now she would have talked.
Okay. So I pulled up one of my favorite pages on Reddit besides the JY fan club, because all of the members are beautiful pumpkin spice babies and I love them. I don't know them, but I just love them. I love their energy. Okay. Is the Am I the Asshole? Do you ever check out this one? Mm-mm. Okay. I'm going to pick out a good one and then I want you to answer. Busy. If this person is the asshole, and then everyone in the chat answer us and tell us, are they the asshole? Okay, I'm going to pull this one up randomly because, why not? Okay, so here we go. I'm going to share the screen. I love this one. Maybe we need to make this. Let us know if you guys like this and we'll make it a regular thing. I think this is the one. All I hear now is busy. Share your Chrome tab, Joleen. Share your Chrome tab. Okay. Share your Chrome tab. Thank you. Am I the asshole? Oh, is that my YouTube? Is that my name for?
I don't know.
Reddit? Because I always wonder,
I never use it on the computer.
How this pops up, because I'll like things. I don't think I've ever posted anything on Reddit.
It says free. I don't know, girl. I don't know.
Okay. But I don't know how they came up with that name. But 1994 was a good year. Okay. So, am I the asshole for telling my wife to stop being so jealous of my friend's fiance? My wife, 35-year-old female, and I, 36-year-old male, are good friends with another couple. My best friend, Matt, 36-year-old male, and his fiance, Rachel, 24. Grow up, Matt. Rachel models. I'm already annoyed. And is very attractive. My wife is less conventionally attractive. First of all, don't say that about your wife. Like, you're the asshole. You're the asshole. What do you mean conventionally? This is an oven? What is this guy's problem? Oh my God, I hate him already. My wife is less conventionally attractive, but I fell in love with her for her humor and good spirit. Sir, was this a community service? I mean, this man has never taken care of his pubics before. She's rocking in a free world down there and nobody likes it. Okay. So he fell in love with her for her humor and good spirit, which I personally find more attractive. Well, good for you. What a big person. Than good looks. Okay. Recently, I've noticed my wife making a lot of comments about Rachel, calling her an airhead. Well, that's not nice. And just being kind of mean. When my wife makes these comments in private, I'm able to stand up for Rachel. Well, maybe you should stand up for your wife. But when they're made in public, I obviously don't want to embarrass my wife by calling her out. My wife and I went on a trip away with Matt and Rachel. Well, that's a good idea. She hates her. Last week, which we had been planning for a while and was really looking forward to. At dinner one night, my wife made a really mean comment after we started talking about the economy. Boring. She remarked, "Don't worry, Rachel. You can join in the conversation once the smart people are done." She was the only one who laughed. I was completely embarrassed. And once we were alone, I told my wife she had been really rude and I was ashamed of her. I told her she needs to stop making nasty comments and she agreed. However, the next night, we all went out to a bar. Rachel was getting a lot of attention from guys there who were sending over drinks. My wife was visibly annoyed and she wasn't receiving the same attention. So I tried to lift her spirits by paying for all her drinks and making a fuss over her. Like you already should. You're her husband. One guy came over and said that Rachel looked just like the model Zendaya. My wife let out a massive laugh. Oh, that's not nice. And said, "Did you mean to say Whoopi Goldberg?" It was her wife, Meghan McCain. Is his wife Meghan McCain? I turned to my wife and I straight up said, You really are so jealous, aren't you? She looked hurt, but didn't have time to respond as Rachel, aka Whoopi Goldberg, had left the table in tears. I followed Matt and told Rachel directly that I was so sorry for my wife's words and that I was ashamed of her behavior. He's spelling it the Canadian or English way with the OUR for behavior. When I reunited with my wife, she told me I was horrible for calling her jealous in front of everyone and embarrassing her. I told her straight up that she was jealous of Rachel, as Rachel is more attractive than her. I realize in hindsight, this was a very heavy-hitting thing to say and can see why she would be hurt by it. However, I stand by the fact that it was said in anger. Am I the asshole? Now he edits it. He says, edit. I forgot to mention that since the trip, Matt has messaged me to let me know my wife is no longer welcome at their wedding. She can't go to Whoopi Goldberg's wedding anymore. And that as a couple himself and Rachel have decided they aren't interested in our friendship anymore. If my wife is around, Rachel feels as if my wife has bullied her and has even suggested that some of the comments were racially motivated. I would say so. Yeah, I am so humiliated. And then he edits it again. Oh my God, dude, go to bed. Sorry, another edit. Just wanted to clarify my wife is stunning. That's not what you said. You said she has a good spirit and a good sense of humor. That means you think she's fugly and you think you did public service by marrying her. That's your community service to the world. I wouldn't have married her if I didn't think she was beautiful. Okay. She is just not as conventionally, he puts that again in all caps, attractive. To me, she's the most beautiful women on the planet. It's woman, sir. But objectively, Rachel is better looking. No, because looks are always
said that to you before?
subjective. What? No. Why would I hang out with someone who would say that?
I would never take that as a compliment.
You know, but I'll be honest though. In my like high school days and stuff, I was always the funny one. And a lot of my friends were very, very beautiful. Like my best friend growing up, she modeled and I went to her modeling shows. So that's how like she modeled and I went to her modeling shows. So it was like, oh, Desi has a modeling show. And then there's awkward Joleen like, hey guys, want to hear a joke? I don't know why I was Urkel, but I was like, hey guys. And I wore suspenders. But I'm grateful for that now because I got a sense of humor out of it. You know what I mean? I had to have something that stood out because she literally, my best friend, she looks like a Kardashian. Okay. Aww. So, and not like Chloe. Okay. And also pre, like she didn't need any surgery or nothing. No offense to Chloe, but kind of offense. Okay, so then he's editing. His wife is stunning because she probably saw this post. To me, she's the most beautiful, blah, blah, blah. I'm very open to being the asshole in this situation, but I definitely wouldn't want people to think I'm not attracted to my wife. And then he updates it again with feedback.
We're
okay,
not
what do you guys
all
think?
Of this.
Is
First
he
of all,
the asshole?
I could not get over to me.
Yeah, he's an asshole and his wife is a racist. Yeah.
For it to go from Zendaya to Whoopi Goldberg, the hues, okay, the shades are way apart, okay, the ages far apart. You really gotta be trying to disrespect someone when they're like, oh my God, you look just like that actress. You mean Whoopi Goldberg? You're like,
oh my God.
You have to be very upset.
Whoopi Goldberg and Ghost. Okay. That's, I mean, in the young, Whoopi Goldberg still is beautiful, but it's just like, what a shitty lady. First of all, your wife has some insecurity issues. I'm thinking it doesn't help that you're probably telling her, but you're so unconventionally pretty. Like you're not as pretty, but you got a good spirit. No woman wants to hear, I like your spirit until they're dead. Okay. Then it's the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. But until then, you know, if we're in an intimate relationship, we're married, whatever, you know, you want to definitely sexy, hot, the most beautiful woman I've met. Who cares? Lie to your significant others. You have to. You know what I mean? To you, they should be the most beautiful. They should be the best. But, you know, obviously, I love Chell. Chell is beautiful, but he's not John Quinones, but he's pretty close. He's pretty close. I knew you was going to
bring up John Quinarino.
He's going to grow into John Quinarino. So there you go.
Really well. I feel like they deserve each other. Nobody's the a-hole.
Okay. I think they're both assholes. It just sounds horrible. It just sounds like a horrible marriage. And why? Listen, You can't. Other ladies, we got to stop doing this to each other. Just because, listen, Rachel is 24. And this other woman, I mean, it's not like she was old. She was still in her 30s. She's 35. Okay. Maybe she's had, I don't know, a rougher life. I don't know. But that's pretty young. Okay. But obviously, the 24-year-old is going to get, looked at in the club because 24-year-olds go to clubs. 35-year-olds.
Not buying her drinks. What's up? My marriage is this.
He's like, I tried to make her feel special, so I was buying her some Seagrams, and you're like, but what? But what? Just today,
that
sir?
was alarming to me. I didn't want her to feel bad, so I bought her drinks too.
Oh my God, like she's the Duff. Oh, I went to see that movie by myself in Los Angeles when it came out, and I think it was Valentine's Day because my husband had an improv show. He was like, come to my improv show. I did after the movie. Or it was my birthday. It was one of the two. They're 3 days apart. So I always get confused what I did on Valentine's Day versus my birthday. Debbie says, I want to hear what you guys say. Debbie said he's the asshole. He was probably always made her feel insecure. You know what? Probably. But she didn't need to be that way to Rachel because it's not it's not pretty women's fault they're pretty. It's just not. It just be friends with the prettiest girl and then swoop up the drink she's not drinking. That's what I always did. Okay. When my hot friends got drinks, they can't drink them all. They were much skinnier. They couldn't hold as much alcohol as me. So I was like, I'll take this one for you. I'll take one for the team. No roofies. Okay. We're good. Like make it work for you. Work with what you got. I mean, I just don't understand the jealousy thing. Okay. Jockey Eureka. Yeah, he was probably doing something weird. I mean, the husband's just weird. The husband's just weird. It's just weird. He's weird. Truly. Okay. So now let's move on to our segment. Who's that hoe? Do you remember was it a Madonna song? Who's that girl? And then it was like a movie. Okay, here we go. All right. Yes.
Did you put up that vlog so that we can see you fall or me react you fall?
Not yet, but I need to. I will next episode because when Busy was visiting, I fell walking in the parking lot. I was so excited and I was trying to keep up with young Busy, and I was on my phone. Her husband was in
front of us,
and Chell was like walking way in front of us. He'd already had 10 minutes of us nonstop, and he was like, "Okay, let's start eating," and I fell in a little pothole thing, and Busy like lifted me up. You raised me up so I can walk.
She was there, but then she wasn't there. She was there, but then she wasn't there.
I ate shit. Like I ate it.
I was like, ugly fall. You know, you want to be graceful. She really disrespected herself. Thank God nobody was there. She disrespected herself. It was horrifying.
You were very strong and you lifted me up nicely, but you also made me feel like shit for that because you were like, "Oh, that's embarrassing." Like,
girl, this is embarrassing, girl. Thank God nobody's out here because that was girl. Now everybody would let them. Did you cut yourself? I am not the best of that. Now I help you get up, but I will let you know that I thought that was. Girl, thank God nobody was here because they'll be talking about you. They'll probably be saying like, "Oh, look how she." That's how I am. Okay?
I am like a klutz. I will like put on my jams for the night. My husband's like, "What's on your legs?" And I'm like, "Bruises." He's like, "What happened to you?" I go, "I just walk into stuff." I'm always doing multiple things. I got ADHD. I'm just like over here. I shake my leg a lot. You know, I can't sit still. And I walk. I bruise very easy. I have vampire skin. You can see it's translucent. You've seen me in person now, Busy. I am like, I think I'm dead. I think nobody told me. But I think like I died a while ago.
You're alive. Told me. You're alive. No, I heard you hit the ground. You're still alive. I heard the boom.
Oh, not the boom boom pow. Okay. So like, can you just reenact it real quick in your room? Move your chair, walk from your door, beat me on my phone, and Busy's gonna reenact, and I'm gonna drop. Well, no, I want to watch. And this is me walking into the parking lot for the sushi restaurant when he came to visit.
And she looks so cute. She's like, "Hey, is it?" You know, girl, get up! I thought she was gonna do a roll. I was nervous.
It was one of those falls where I thought I was gonna catch myself, and then I just fell harder.
It just kept going. Because at first I think she thought it was going to be like I was like, "Girl, have you never been here before? Watch out, there's a sidewalk."
I know my way into a TJ Maxx, but the sushi spot, I haven't been going out to eat in the Panakuchen very much. So
I thought she was
no,
gonna tumble. I was nervous for her.
it was ugly. And then you pop up and you're like, I'm fine, but really, I think I need to get a new hip. I think I need a new hip now.
Well, I didn't let it go, so all the way
Busy,
into the restaurant.
You did not let it go. Chell said he had like a little nice moment. I went to the bathroom and he was like, Busy, thank you for being such a good friend to my wife. Like I like you guys, your friendship means a lot. Like because Chell really is very protective of me.
I wasn't gonna tell you that.
Well, he told me because we tell each other everything. And then he goes, and then Busy goes, oh, Chell, you ruined my vlog. I was vlogging. Why don't put that on the vlog?
Oh, well, no, I didn't say that, but I did say because it is in my vlog. But I was like, oh, I don't want to. I'll make sure I don't put that because I started taking out the camera because Joleen was vlogging and so I was like, oh, I'll just take whatever she got. Oh, so I got a vlog. But then she went to the bathroom, so I was like, oh, nobody's vlogging this. We just got food. And I turned the camera on and I started the vlog. And he was like, hey, I just want to let you know. And then he said all that. I was like, oh, well, I won't put that in the video.
He goes, I think I ruined Busy's video. But he was like, you were in the bathroom. I wanted to just like tell him, like, man to man, like that, like that's so like sweet. Like I love you guys' friendship. And
there was only one man at the table.
He's real protective, and he's the one that's like, he'll be like, he's good to at picking out. Because if Chell likes everybody, and if Chell don't like you, there's something wrong with you.
He was very awesome, and I also was like, I don't want to cry because I was already cooked 2 cocktails in, so I was like, and I didn't know what to say back, so I was just like,
I was like, oh, that's such a Busy Joleen thing to say. Is like, oh my god, I was filming.
I already started vlogging. Like, I won't put that in there because
I guess I'm gonna have to edit that out. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thanks for help though. Okay, take 2 because someone can't shut up. But it was really nice. I love Chell, and I loved every part of it. I loved him ordering our food. All I had to tell him is the things that I liked, and he did the rest, and everything came out amazing.
That's the thing.
Drink that he told me to get was good.
That's the thing. People just assume it's so funny because people, since we started this YouTube thing, people put videos out about me. They put videos out about you. Some of them are really disgusting, and they just think, because I am a proud feminist and I don't care. They like, oh my God, she's probably like this and she's like that. And it's like, no, I can still want equal rights for women and still, speak highly of women and also still like little things like my husband ordering at dinner. I find it fun. He is the cook in the house. He's the chef. So he puts together fun stuff. He always picks good stuff. He knows what I like. We've been together since 2009. But people always assume like I'm bossy and all of a sudden it's like, I'm really not. I'm really not.
Chell's the boss.
He's the boss.
We definitely have a lot to say though.
We're both
the boss. Both are the boss. I know that Chell was like, thank God you're here, Busy. I'm going in this room. Because it was like, someone talk to her, please. And I will say I think it would be a great vacation now that I'm thinking back on it, especially with the counseling and therapy me and Taylor Bay have been going through. It would be great for us to do a couples trip because they couldn't go off and do their thing. Oh my God. And then we could just talk about all the things that they don't want to hear us talk about, but they have to listen to us talk about. It would be great.
They can go. It's kind of like when we go to the casino, right? Like certain times, like a couple times a year, like if we do shows in Vegas, Chell and I will. Chell doesn't like gambling. So he just doesn't enjoy it, but he doesn't care if I gamble. So I like to play slot machines because I'm from Nana and Nana is a slot machine. You know what I mean?
Buffalo.
She's a slot. We're both slots. And so I like it. So Chell will go bring a book. He'll literally bring a book and he'll go sit in the cafe, get a coffee.
Are you sure you're not dating Tavon?
And that's what I'm saying. Same as Tay. And then he'll go, you go ahead and have fun. And then sometimes I'll go, can you come out and sit next to me? You're my good luck charm because I'll be kind of superstitious. And then he'll sit next to me and pretend, but he wants to bet like 1 nickel. And I was like, oh, baby, no, you got to go. You got to go back. We got a max bet or we shouldn't be here. If we got to get the progressive, okay? If you just do the one, you're not going to hit. If we hit, we don't get the progressive. Like I'm going to
get the free spits.
I'm never going to be able to live with myself. Never gonna live with myself. So this is what he does. So I feel like him and Tay would go be reading books, playing video games together, being real chill, not gossiping. And me and you were like, did you hear about this? Did you hear about that? Did you hear about this?
I do, but I want to start getting better at being okay with. I am not I'm still not good at someone being that independent outside of me. Because it's like, let's go play, so let's do it together. And dating Taylor Bay, I am learning that they really just want to read a book. And so it's like, this seems real sneaky, but then I come back and they're doing the same reading that they was doing before.
Well, I think there's certain things to like you'll like as you get older as well in a relationship where that's like you time, you know, you're still together, but you're not both always going to like the same shit. But as long as that person's willing to go support you in the thing you like, and I go to museums with him, I'll tell you, the only museum I liked, we went in LA, there was like the history of hip hop. And I was like, yes. And he took me to that one because he's like, you'll like that one. But every other one, he's like, do you want to go to the La Brea tar pits? I'm like, I'd rather shoot myself in the face. But I went because I love him. Go. Yeah. And he was like, hey, do you want to go to this other museum and look at art? And I'm like, I don't get it. Okay. If it's not pop art or Hello Kitty, not really that interested, you know, and so then we have to look at everything. But then he takes me to like the serial killer murder museum.
Yes.
And which he hates. He's like, I feel sick. That was really heavy, right? That was heavy. And I'm like, oh yeah, super heavy. But I'm like, I feel great. I feel fantastic. So it's just kind of, you get used to like, you know, I don't know, doing stuff, but like if they're at least supporting you in things that you like, because you're not going to like the same shit. Like he doesn't like scary movies, but once a year he will go to the theater and watch a scary movie with me. And then sometimes I'll get him to watch some at home. But otherwise,
we haven't done any haunted houses yet, but I want to. But I will say, and we can talk about this offline, but I have a cabin trip coming up, but it's just me and my best friend from Indiana. Sorry. She's living in Illinois, but Indiana. But we're doing a couples trip. It'll be cute to have all the boys. So you should come too.
We'll talk offline and we'll see what the dates and if they line up. Shannon Van, thank you for the drug money. Did you do this right as you walked in meeting him in person for the first time, like an awkward first date moment? No, we had already hung out at the house. He ran right past me to touch his wiener because he had to go to the bathroom. As I got into
the house and she was like, oh my God. I was like, nope.
This was on our way to dinner. Bye. We got out of the car. Okay, so thank you, Shannon Van. Manifest Our Destiny. Thank you, Busy's reenactment. Busy has the best reenactments. When we did The Bachelor and you reenacted Matt walking past those women and they thought they were going to get rose and he was lost. That's one of my favorite reenactments. I wonder if we still have it out there. It totally reminds me of Ab Fab. Oh my God, Ab Fab. Have you ever seen Ab Fab?
I've not.
So it's a British comedy and these two women and they drink heavily and they're crass and it's over the top and it's fun and funny. And I think they brought it back and I think they did a movie. Manifest says, I can absolutely see you both doing an Ab Fabish comedy. Like it's over the top. It's hilarious. It's definitely like physical.
I don't want to put more on our plate, but I am going to, I think I'm going to review this season of The Bachelorette. I'm gonna watch episode 2 now, but
maybe you could invite me on your channel because people in the chat and in the comments are always like, Joleen, you have more subs than Busy. You should go onto his channel sometime. And I said, I want to reply back like Busy doesn't let me on his channel.
I don't ask the people. So Debonair forced his way over there. Like, to be honest, it's just not my thing because I don't know when I'm going to do a video. I lie and say I'm going to do one, then I don't do it. But I don't have a time frame, so I would hate to put someone to those restrictions. Unfortunately, so Debonair, he's like, excuse me, okay, he'll text you every hour on the hour to let you know we still doing this, right? I already got the time set because then I have to be held accountable.
And I like
anybody else.
I like that he is going after what he wants. Go after your man. Chronic Cat said, my husband and I listen to you guys while he plays video games. See? And that's bonding time. Like
that's love. You got to keep it.
Sometimes I'll sneak on some like YouTube drama when Chel's like on the computer editing and stuff. And then I'll, just play it and all of a sudden he'll go, what is that? Like he won't notice at first. I'm like, oh my God, he's listening to the drama. And he's like, what is that? That's dark. I can't. No. He doesn't want to know about any of these people. Even though they've all talked about him now. Word on the street is all the things. My husband is all this and I'm a lesbian. We're on drugs. Busy, you're on drugs. And this is all the word on the streets. Oh, and that we peg. I had to call Busy and I go, what's pegging? And apparently,
my God. And I was like, what's wrong with pegging? Like, what is wrong with pegging? More peggers, please.
The avatar said because she's a factual encyclopedia of just, fun things. She said that, well, she was going to get COVID dick. And then she said,
Can we,
Joleen.
let's skip the next segment and go straight to this because I got
Okay.
some things to say about her.
Okay, so next week we'll do Who's That Hoe? But the Who's That Hoe this week, we kind of already covered some stuff.
Can you say one name that you were going to say? Because I was going to say Carolina's Kitchen.
Carolina's Kitchen. That's a restaurant.
Okay.
In the Carolinas.
Okay, next. No.
Is it not? What is it? Wait. It's a restaurant, and they're known for pickles. Yeah. Fried pickles.
No. They're known for a Southern cuisine, and when you walk in, they say, "Welcome, welcome, welcome."
Is it a chain?
It is a chain.
I gotta look it up real quick. It's Carolina's Kitchen.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I remember
that's
when
so
I graduated from Howard University, because one of my ex-girlfriends, she came into town and she was like, "Hey, I want to go to Carolina's Kitchen." I said, "You know what? No one has welcomed me 3 times in a minute, so maybe I'll go with you." But then I did what I always do, which is I stop answering after.
So I found one in DC.
Yep. It should be in Prince George's County.
Carolina's Kitchen.
By PG Plaza.
Okay. Oh, PG Plaza. Is it? Is there one in Hyattsville, Washington D.C., Largo, and Brandywine?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, we'll just share it
I
so you guys can see in case. Does anyone else not know what it is like me? Well, is it only on the East Coast? Because maybe that's why.
I think so. But you're over here all the time doing shows.
I know. But I've never even, well, actually, I've only done shows in DC once. So, in my defense, I didn't go here. So, Carolina's Kitchen.
Good. I thought it was everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Wow, Carolina's Kitchen is only here.
Mm.
Wow, they have amazing cuisine. They give you, it's like Cheesecake Factory with how much they serve you.
What's PG County? What's PG County?
Prince George's County.
Prince George's County?
It's one of the counties in Maryland.
Mm.
Yeah, Prince George's, yeah.
Fun.
Okay. I think Potomac is in Prince George's County.
Really?
Yeah,
Fancy pants, McGee. Okay, I was going to ask you, Busy, who's Shannon Miller?
Sounds like someone who was an actress.
No. She's an actress. Oh, no, I can't sing that because that's by the... Okay, go ahead.
So it's a singer.
No.
Shannon Miller is a Shannon Doherty's lawyer.
How did you know that?
I thought so.
No. Shannon Miller is a gymnast, and we had the 1996 team. So in the 90s, when Bella Caroli, I was really into gymnastics. I'm sure a lot of young women who were young women to teenagers.
You were into gymnastics?
I was hugely into gymnastics, like Dominique Dawes, Shannon Miller. This is pre-Carrie Strug. This is pre-Dominique Moceanu. We had the 1996. She was the 1993-1994 World All-Around. And Bella Caroli coached at that time. And they used to do specials on like HBO. And there was the Kim, I want to say Zolciak, but she's from Real Housewives. And
she was sucking
someone. She
was sleeping with
someone. Yeah, it wasn't her. But there was another Kim, and she was really good. So they had like this almost dream team in 1996 for the Olympics. And Shannon Miller, I think she went on to place, let's see. So she was the 93-94 World All-Around Champion, and 1996 Olympic Balance Beam Champion, 1995 Pan American Games All-Around Champion, and a member of the gold medal winning Magnificent Seven team at the 1996 Olympics. So these women were amazing. So let me shout out. Let's pull up the Magnificent Seven.
Someone said that Potomac is in Montgomery, where Giselle lives. She lives in Montgomery County. I thought that Potomac was in Anne Arundel, but that's something else for another day.
Oh my God, here they are.
Someone said, "Busy, do you use Alexa?" No, we use Google.
Oh, so this is So Shannon Miller was like the older on the team then. She probably would have been the oldest. Lady? No, but I mean for gymnastics, it's like so at this time it looks like I'm looking at this picture of them with Bill Clinton, and I don't know if this is the same team, but Carrie Strug was on this
that.
team. But where's Shannon Miller then? Oh, Shannon Miller's right here. There we are. There we are. So this is Carrie Strug. Sorry, but Shannon Miller is technically. I knew about her before I knew about Carrie Strug. Okay, how do I open this up? Let's see. Let's go here to these beautiful ladies. Oh, did they have a USA Today thing? Okay, so Shannon Miller, her bangs. I mean, she's iconic. Let me open up this. Where are they now? So you didn't follow gymnastics, I take it, Busy. So who's that hoe? It's Shannon Miller.
And I was in 94, so I don't follow it now. I know that I know all the gymnasts now, but when I was younger, I've always not liked anything with physical activity. So no, and in 96, I was only 6, 7, 8.
Okay, so I was 16. So where are they now? So the American women: Shannon Miller, Dominique Moceanu, Dominique Dawes, Carrie Strug, Amy Chow, Amanda Borden, and J.C. Phelps brought the drama and the gold. So it was when the Olympics were in Atlanta. 7 young women did what no Americans had done before. They won the gold medal in the gymnastics team competition, but they did it in dramatic fashion, ending with, remember Carrie Strug when she landed on one leg, a near perfect vault on an injured ankle, giving the team the slimmest lead over second place Russia and securing a place in sports history. In 2008, they were collectively inducted into the United States Olympic Hall of Fame. So here is this.
Wow.
They're just
Has no one done it still?
Well, Dominique Moceanu, she was, I think, the youngest at the time. I think she ended up getting like emancipated from her family.
What happens to gymnasts?
Well, we're
Olympians.
Olympian.
Well, you go to
what am I doing?
Big Brother, All Stars. Celebrity Big Brother.
So this is Shannon Miller. She was iconic. She had these bangs that she would curl under, like, when you did the curl under, and she had big scrunchies. And then I think she ended up getting a nose job, which we both have in common. And she had 5 Olympic medals going into Atlanta Games, and she earned them in Barcelona in 92. So I had followed her since 92. I was 12 years old. I would pretend I could do gymnastics. And what I would do is I would do the run up, where they're about on the floor exercise, and you run real fast, then you go like this, and like you're going to go into it. But then I just never did anything after that. But I thought, that's pretty good, Joleen. You might have a chance. And I would told my parents, hit up Bella Caroli. I can run and, get to the point where I could maybe be taught something. But now she's married, has 2 children. She was diagnosed with ovarian cancer in 2010, but she was declared cancer-free after that. She went through stuff. So now she's just like a beautiful, amazing woman. And my other favorite was Dominique Dawes. Oh, did I get out of that one? Okay, let me get back to that one.
The tab's still here, so you got it somewhere.
Here we go. Yeah. So Dominique Dawes was amazing. I think she was pretty tall.
You didn't click anything.
Oh, no, I'm going to share it again.
Okay.
For being a gymnast. And
somebody, Care Bear said, "Oh my God, Joleen, I did that too. I love floor exercises."
That was my favorite. Floor exercises were my favorite. So this is Dominique Dawes. Okay, so Dominique Dawes was amazing. I think she was
old. Her face.
Yeah, she was like gorgeous. Like Dominique Dawes, if she wasn't a gymnast, she could have been like a model. So Awesome Dawson competed with Shannon Miller. So they were like 2 peas on the same pod, before also making the 96 team and later the 2000 team. According to her Olympic bio, she was the first African-American gymnast to win an individual event medal with her 1992 bronze on floor. She was great on floor, but she seemed always taller than the rest of them. And in 1996 became the first Black woman to win gold in the gymnastics. Dawes also... So she is like, she's iconic. Yeah. She also won bronze in 96 for floor exercise and again in 2000. So from 92 to 2000, she was winning Olympic medals. That is hard to do. So that's 8 years. Yeah. So when she could probably in her 20s by 2000. She went on to graduate from the University of Maryland and briefly pursued acting. She appeared on Broadway in Greece. Now she's married with 4 children. She recently opened the Dominique Dawes Gymnastics Academy, and this was, back in 2008 when they updated this. So who knows now? Okay, and then
2020.
Okay, oh, it does say 2020. Okay, so she opened that up in Maryland. What motivated me was everything that came out in the sport of gymnastics, the dark cloud that was truly revealed in 2016 when Larry Nassar, you remember that scandal that went on with the gymnasts, those horrible, became center stage. He told the Washington family in 2020, there are too many amazing women that have so many gifts. And that's why we need women like Dominique Dawes and women like Shannon Miller to run the shit and keep these pervs out of there. So she is a boss. Shannon Miller's a boss, and I just looked up to them so much as a kid. I thought they were just the end all be all, and I really thought I had a chance to make it on the team.
I think you did. I think you did.
So shout out to both of these queens. I had a feeling, I was like, I bet you Busy doesn't follow 90s gymnastics.
Girl, anybody who's moving too fast, running around, girl, you can bet your bottom dollar I'm not watching it.
All right. So that was our Who's That Hoe? And so that can be a person, place, or thing. And if you guys have ideas for like, I don't think Busy will know who this is or this place is or this person is, send it to me on Instagram. And if you have something for Busy, like Jolene's definitely not going to know who this is, just like I didn't know not India Irie. It was what was her name?
Tierra Marie.
No, Edwina. No.
Tierra Marie.
No. It was the Lion King. Remember? Or the Wicked, remember?
Yeah, you still don't know Wicked. Adina Menzel.
Adina Menzel. Yeah.
Menzel. Take Dig's wife.
But they're not even married anymore, are they? Or they are. Okay, forget it.
I thought they weren't, but they are. They're like literally on your tree. Literally on your tree.
I know, and I love her, but I just don't know her. Okay. Okay. You have to tell me who Shirley and Barbara are because I didn't figure it out.
Oh yes, that's time. Okay, that's what I get next time.
Can I have a hint? Why? I'm gonna Google it.
No.
Okay, I won't.
Better not.
Okay, I won't.
We'll tell you next time, but it'll be, and we'll go through the whole process. It'll be fun to do it online.
Okay, so yeah, so hopefully you guys like that. Let us know. Okay. So now we're going to get into I don't have our little thing for this, but this will just be like allegedly word on the street. And I think for this one, I'm going to play a combination of two previous things. So actually, I'm going to just play a bunch of little clips as our intro to this. And the first one will be this. Did you like that one, Busy? That's my favorite is Michael Dart.
Timbots live where the sloppy reside. Timbots live where the sloppy reside. Timbots live where the sloppy reside. Not in a garage. I'm trending on social media. Timbots live where the sloppy reside. Timbots live where the sloppy reside. Timbots live where the sloppy reside. Not in a garage. I'm trending on social media.
Yay!
Timbots live where the sloppy reside.
I'm gonna tell you who's the name. I'm not gonna be saying this whole time, and that's that person. But I love how within this saga or this part of whatever the problem is, there's such a small content creator. Now that they've been bigger people than me, way larger YouTubers have been talking about this before me. Large, huge people have said this before me. So many people, they have dumbed themselves down to a mere, 100 subscriber.
Give us the latest on. So apparently, if you listen to some people, which you might not want to listen to all the time, they are saying this news was as big as when the panel thing happened and when Monica was jealous of Plez and treated her so poorly. And we saw your true colors shining through, allegedly. And then, we thought, yeah. So they're saying it was as big as that. I don't think so. I think they wanted it to be, and they want it to be.
You don't think so?
No, because I don't. I don't think so. I think they want to push this narrative that this is as big as, so of course we should talk about it. This is like when the panel, no, this is next level disgusting. So can you give a quick little, thank you, laundry is evil. Stop it. Can I get some extra drugs, please? Thank you. Put it in my drug pile. Thank you.
Can we get a 5 ounce?
Stop it. Our haters are going to be so mad if you send us money.
With $5.
because Nosy Ho made 50,000 and they won't let anyone forget it. They're like, she made 50,000. The white guy is big mad about it. He's big mad about it. He's big mad. He's like, fix it in or forget it. He can't forget it. So he's fixing it in it. Right. It's fix it in his brain. Okay, you guys? It's crazy.
So
what happened?
Disclaimer,
without saying any
disclaimer. We
trigger
are no trigger warning.
And gross.
The things that me and Joleen are going to be talking about, and the people, disgusting. And they may bring up feelings of past trauma. So please guard yourself accordingly. Take a step back. If you feel it coming on, remove yourself. Trigger warning. This is not to offend or hurt. We're merely just stating what what we watched, what I watched, what we have seen and heard. All this is alleged. None of it. I mean, a lot of it just can't be true. But the reason why we're covering this again is one of the reasons why we had to stop. One of the people came back, and the person that came back was the person that we had to stop because they wasn't here anymore. But
we were waiting for them. We were waiting for Cheryl because this season was it was Terry Tammy's, Bamsy Damsies, and now I don't know if you know, but Bamsy and JY had a falling out. So the hags miss us so much that I'm getting DMs saying, Joleen, here is when John was talking about you. So I guess he's still talking.
Please not say his name.
Oh, sorry. JY was talking about you.
Yeah.
Or the cottage boy was talking about you.
Oh,
and here's the timestamp. They were giving me timestamps. I'm like,
look,
you guys have never made it this easy for me. They're like, he was saying this at the 2 hour and whatever minute. And I didn't click it because I don't care about, like, for me, you got to protect your energy. People are going to say a lot of things. So I didn't, but I was like, man, they want us back. So basically him and Bamsy, who did the parody of Me and Busy, where he was Tizzy, which we will forever say, and anyone with a brain would look at that and see that the way his coverage of Busy was just gross and
racist.
It was racist. It just was racist, you guys.
Homophobic and racist.
It was homophobic and racist, and he was acting as though he was talking as though, like, yo, yes, Miss Joleen. Oh, yes. Like, I'm kind of like this, like, slave link. It was just very things that this white man will never take the time to understand why it was so problematic what he was doing. And it's one thing to just not be funny. It's another thing where you're gross. You're just gross. And so for him to be like, they've called me racist and yes, when you act racist on the internet, people might call you racist on the internet, sir. So we'll get to what happened. But before this, then him and Bamsy, they did the parody. Apparently she didn't want anything to do with the parody. And he said to her, according to her, I'm paraphrasing, she said, you better make this good because they've been dragging. Oh, sir, it's you drag yourself. Like, you don't even need us. You blow your nose on your t-shirt. You admit to not having.
Hold on. Stop the press. Are you trying to tell me? Are you telling me and the Blowjos that people were not auditioning?
Nobody was auditioning because I don't think, as much as they want to make it that we're not likable. Yeah, Coochie and Moderator 666, they hate us. But the average healthy person can see that it's comedy, and what he's doing is far from that, and the damage he's done to the internet. We just came along, and you had already created this mess. You were already 2 seasons in, or at least a season plus, when we came in to cover you and Cheryl, and the only reason we covered it is because Cheryl had this very public breakup with you, and it went viral in the YouTube streets, as they say, and that's why we talked about it. Like, had it just been you and, some lady named Terry, we wouldn't have, like, we don't care. Because people like you and women like Terry fight all the time, normally in bars. You know what I mean? Over a bar stool or a pull tab or the last Winston. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, did you take my GPC? Yes, I did. Shut up, bitch. And they fight all the way to the trailer. And then they fall in a pile of mayonnaise and no one ever sees them again. That's usually what happens to people like that. But it was more interesting because you had this Cheryl from Cheryl's World. You had her and she had all these subscribers, and we were always like, why is Cheryl messing with JY? That was always the question. Why is she message. So I don't think a lot of people wanted the role that Amzi took, which was to parody us. Amzi said, didn't know Joleen. I didn't want to do it. He begged me. And I think there's truth somewhere in the middle, because she's got her own. We talked about her previously because she allegedly had called Real Fun News, who's like, shut up, bitch. Gotta get these bitches out of my chat, bitch. Shut up, bitch. Jodi Arias is innocent, bitch. We had previously talked about how she called him the N-word. And we're thinking, why is Heidi, why is JY, why are any of these people rolling with a woman who's alleged to have called Real Fun News the N-word? And now they're all under allegedly the Monica All About the Tea, Tree of Fun, which is like, hey, let's be content creators who ruin people's lives or something. I don't know what they do, with Rabbit and the whole gang, but there already seemed to be kind of dissension in the ranks that people didn't like each other. So then Heidi was like, Amzi Bamzi's not racist. And me and Busy were like, but if you say the N-word, you're racist. So then recently, while we were gone, thank God for the Reddits, thank God for the JY fan club, because they keep you up to date. I saw videos of Holly going, guess what, guys? Heidi Black is out there going, guess what, guys? And there again, we're showing proof like this. Hey, we're not sharing our screen. So apparently, you don't need to know. Freckles, if this would be a case study of all case studies for you.
I would never forget Joleen for even bringing this white man to me.
Well,
Please
she's
save
a
your
woman.
soul. No, I'm saying,
John.
that's
JY.
how we got to AMC in the first place.
People brought him to me and were like, hey, I think you guys could provide funny commentary about this. Look into it. And we did. And ever since, it's been like hell. Okay. So AMZ allegedly then, Holly, Heidi Black. I'm just going to say their names. I don't even care at this point, because they're going to get sued.
I don't want to say
they're
names,
disparaging. They're going to get sued by people. I mean, I hope they, I kind of hope. I'm not like pro sue, but I think AT2 should sue all of these people. ATV should sue all of them.
And do whatever you get. And take all of them down, their little dogs too. Take everything.
This is why we'll get to it, but this is why the avatar needs to be unmasked. This is why I'm not saying go out on this like blaming people, but find out who this woman is. If you can.
She needs to be arrested, sent to a mental institution, and checked. Okay, she needs to be she needs to be checked into a mental facility, and they need to put her on a temporary hold for 30 days to ask her why she is terrorizing people on the internet. This lady is the terrorist, and she maneuvers and manipulates stories and things to fit a narrative that she wants you to do, all behind a picture. She is dangerous to society and the internet. She's dangerous to YouTube. She's cancerous because she uses and manipulates people like that white man who has no brain to do the work that she needs to do so that she can sit behind and get revenge for something that you are never going to win this, sweetie, because what you're looking for is something that's inside of you, and no one else will be able. You can take every channel down and you still won't be where you want to be because it's not everybody else. You're a sad excuse for a woman. You have children. You're way older than me, ma'am. And the way you are acting like this on the internet is sad to watch. It's sad to see. And you bet you are great for not showing your face because it's disgusting how I have heard this lady walk up and down to be the moral compass about everybody else, and then I listen to how she acts and reacts and the information that she wants to put on everybody else. You are a sad lady. You are a sad one. Thank God you married and you had your children. Live your life. It's somebody disconnected internet out her house because she is ruining people's lives out here. She's ruining lives. Now, she ain't messing with me. She said what she had to say about me. Girl, I'm high on life, and you should be excited about it, but you're too busy trying to take people down.
You're talking about Monica. I think people think you're talking about AMZ. No, we don't know AMZ like that. We don't know her.
No, I don't know her, but I'm talking about the avatar. It's sad to watch. And as I'm watching more and more videos, I used to think she was an understated, educated woman. Now I'm watching videos. It's like, this is
that's the thing.
The Zeus Network type of trash.
Early on, when me and Busy were covering this, okay, so just to wrap up the AMZ thing. So Heidi showed screenshots of AMZ calling her the N-word, but a different, I don't want to say it, obviously, but a different version of it. I've heard it on Coven. Yeah, she's being derogatory. And then she also used it again to describe, allegedly, because it was text messages to describe almost getting in a car accident and said that word almost hit me. But Heidi was the one that's like, she's not racist. And it's like, Heidi, it's like, what are you doing? If she's saying this about other people, she's gonna say it about you. Racists don't just pick and go, well, you are, but you're not. Like, it's not that. I don't understand. Heidi will always baffle me in this saga because she doesn't have, I feel like she doesn't have to be like this, but she's choosing to. She aligned herself with the Avatar long ago, which aligned herself with John Yates. She makes all the excuses for this man. And it's really sad because she's 50 plus years old with a whole boyfriend, because they put this all out there on the internet telling her, don't answer your phone. And she's still picking up her phone. She just moved. She got a new job. You would think that would be enough for her, but she still wants to be a part of this mess. It's almost like one of those people. I mean, the people she's aligned herself with now, Amber and now JY and the Avatar. I mean, you now are them. They are you. We can see no difference between any of you now.
She tries to act like she's above the rest. Before it was cute. When it was like, well, no, she had no idea. She had no idea. I gave her the benefit of the doubt. Now I know she is the doubt. Ain't no benefits here.
Yeah,
Every time I hear her saying something, and I was like, I told you that, but I told you not to say something, but I knew you would. So then, girl.
I feel like they're definitely giving Heidi just like cartons of cigarettes and wine and floss so she can pick her teeth, suck it off the floss, and chase it down with some Merlot. Okay. Because I'll never understand. They are over there busy saying stuff like, yup, they play into this reverse racism thing, which baffles me. And they say, yeah, they're just picking on you, JY, because you're a white man. And they're saying you can't be. It's like, that has never happened to JY in his life. He has never been discriminated against for being a white man. That has never happened to him. There's never. Look at what he's been able to do on
days.
Well, and look what he's been able to do on YouTube. The privilege. Had you said the things he'd said, your YouTube would be gone. And you're so busy, you won't be spending $1K to be friends with the Avatar. No. I don't think so.
I wouldn't want to be in a room with a picture of a printed out picture of her avatar on a chair. I will remove myself. I said, look, I can't do it. Negative energy.
So Amzi and John are done. So then John showed text messages, I think, saying that Amzi had texted him, say, we have to drag this bitch Joleen. So now they're calling it the Joleen parody. And it's the parody they did of both of us.
Trying to say it was her idea?
And she's saying it was his. So somewhere in the middle lies the truth. Neither of them, I think, I don't think either of them know how to tell the truth by this point. But they showed the text messages, and it looked like she was saying, we need to drag this bitch Joleen. She's making fun of non-binary. I just came out and identify as non-binary. Find me where I've ever made fun of non-binary. This is what she's saying about me.
Non-binary.
Well, that's what John's text message said. Yes. About that AMZ said she did.
So AMZ is now binary.
I don't know. That's just I don't know. Something. And then
either way, we never made fun of. That would never have come out of any one of our mouths, especially not yours. What is she talking about?
Just like you can't trust these people, because here's the thing. In this whole saga, this is the thing why
each other up.
When
she
it first
babies, we got to do it.
When it first hit, this stuff with AT2, so they made some really atrocious accusations with no proof. But the proof was about AT2. The proof was Heidi heard it from Dear Yvette, because allegedly. Hold on, let me finish. Dear Yvette talked to back in like February. Talked to ATV. And said, I'm having some issues. And it turns out that it was most likely this big scamming email that went around where people get your password, and it happened to a lot of people. So then he reached out to Miss Yvette because maybe, I don't know, I'm speculating at this point, I'm not sure. Maybe he got scared. Maybe he wasn't completely like computer literate. Like when I get weird messages, I'll show Chell, because Chell's like super tech savvy. Like he knows this shit. He builds websites. Like he knows all the stuff. So maybe he didn't have someone to turn to. So then so now I want to call her Monica because she's like the same. What's her name? Heidi is saying that Dear Yvette told her that it was this atrocious thing, that no one had ever heard this rumor before. Now, I will say there were rumors that if you're a YouTuber, you definitely heard that they were trying to spread something about
People are speculating about his sexuality.
Yes, which is disgusting in itself because no one should ever be outed for that. And there were talk, he openly talks about looking at porn or whatever. I mean, listen, I don't even really enjoy ATV. I never have. I've been pretty honest about that. But I definitely, so when I saw this hit, when they were like going live about it, I'm like, first of all, disgusting.
I was so disgusted.
I want the farthest away from this because it has to do with kids and I want away from it. But also, I don't enjoy ATV. At one point, we were on his hater video. I think ATV he puts himself in situations. He has now become a troll account. I don't care what anybody says. He started as a troll, allegedly, with the rabbit. This is something that's always in you. He's always inserting himself. He's definitely clicks and views. I feel like he admits to that. And that's who he is. And that's fine. Be you. That's not my feel. Like when this was going down, people were writing, the hags were writing, didn't ATV go live with Busy or Tizzy, and they call me Joleen because they're really clever. And I'm thinking we've never went live with AT2. If anything, Busy has been more just like you have.
I'm not going to tell the black boy. I'm not going to tell the black man down.
No. So, but there's a point where I'm sure he doesn't really super enjoy our content. It's not like I don't like the dude. I just don't.
I don't think he does. We're not. He's gonna write our jokes.
He says he's just one of those dudes where you're like, he's young. I mean, how young is he? Is he that young? He's like your age. I don't know. I feel like he's like delusional. He's like, I'm going to write their jokes. Joleen will never get a comedy special. Shit, whatever. And it's just like, okay, well, I hear that from men all the time. So, and it's like, but you think you can sing. And I'm sorry, but it's very bad. The singing is very bad, in my opinion. It's subjective. You hate my comedy. He enjoys it. So go do it. But it's not going to break. Apparently he has this Monica song. I listened to it. It's actually not even offensive at all. If anything, I don't know. I do. There's things about AT2 I don't enjoy. I'll just say it like that. There's things I don't enjoy. I wouldn't watch him.
It's a channel that you don't subscribe to. Okay,
yeah, I wouldn't. Just say it. I wouldn't watch him. I don't find it entertaining. But everyone else has the right to like him. We have subscribers. We have cross subscribers. So there you go. But never in my life would I ever think to make up something about someone I just didn't like. And here's the thing. We know that Monica now that before me and Busy, when we first started in this biz, we were like, we thought Monica maybe was like, okay, she was kind of classy. I
did think she was above it.
We would speak highly of her back in the day. When we first started covering, we're like, why can't her and Cheryl just get along? They seem to be both like boss women, like running the internet. Why don't they work together? And I thought for a long time, John Yates is the thing coming between them. But what I think now is it's these two heavyweights. Well, I think Cheryl's a bigger heavyweight than Monica, in all honesty, because
they're not even in the same league at this point.
They're not in the same league. So we have Monica and Cheryl, and it's like Clash of the Titans. It's like an Avengers movie. Everyone else is secondary to it, and these women are going to go at it till the end of time. And I feel like Monica wants to hurt Cheryl really bad. She wanted to push this nosy hoe on her. You answer. We got Danny Roberts popping up. We got all these other avatars. After we just got done realizing that we shouldn't trust an avatar, we're all very happy to go, but this is a good avatar. There's never a good avatar. If people are going to expose people, you better show your fucking face. If you are going to say you have secrets about someone's life that could destroy it, you better show your fucking face. You better show your face if you are going to be in the business of reporting on other people's lives and things that could hurt them. Now, what we learned about Monica once she got mad at us, which I was shocked she got mad at us, because the most we did was like, we covered the panel thing. We said Ples hate and degree. We always were team Ples. Everybody was. That's why your channel went down. They liked your people on your panel more than you. That's a problem for you. That's your problem. That's not Ples's problem. That's not anyone else's problem, that they liked your panel more than you. And people saw you for what you were doing. It seemed a little scammy. And so, so we just started doing parodies of it, just real silly, talking about it.
I don't think it was about us. I think it was a tactic that was used to get closer to her puppet. Oh no, I got your back. And this is why I'm talking about these two people, because she really had no beef with us, but in order to pull someone closer and manipulate them to feel like I got your back, because we didn't take them down. I don't like them either. That was the tactic. It was out of nowhere. It was the most random. And y'all all stupid as hell going live with her with y'all face showing. And she
You're
talks
so
crap.
dumb.
And
That
y'all
is so
sit there
dumb.
with your, she sits there and says all of these defamatory things, and y'all sit there with your face like this.
It's and
Y'all
you're going to be
Y'all
soldiers
going to hell.
for an avatar. You're going to be soldiers for an avatar. So how ironic that ATV has become friends with Cheryl, which more power to them. Do you know what I mean? It seems like ATV and Perry get along and they're doing their thing. God bless. You know what I mean? Good for them. But ATV was going to go live with Cheryl. He planned it. And I saw it as someone DM me. And they're like, are you good? Are you guys done covering the Cottage Boys? I said, well, I see Cheryl's back in the fray. So
And she
we'll
couldn't
see.
talk to me.
Yeah. So I can't get a hold of Busy. We'll see what Cheryl says. So AT2 is going to interview Cheryl, and it's the title made it look like behind the deal. And I'm thinking, oh, JY's going to be pissed because allegedly there was in their deal when JY and Cheryl split up. And then they came back together, the first time they split up, and it was like, is Perry your husband? And then she was like, Monica put you up to that. And JY's always just been this weird pawn in the middle, like, who's going to give me money for my cottage? And then he would just falter to whoever, he would, no matter where he was going to get money. Because if JY, his motives seem pretty clear, it's like he's just looking for the views and he's looking for the cash. And that's where he's going to go.
Is that what it is now? Because I actually don't know if that's what it is now.
Well, there's a whole ego behind it. There's also like possible narcissistic personalities. Or I don't know. We would have to ask.
He wants to be a victim. He really wants to be. It's the same process. Yeah. I was watching that video. So after that disgusting, nasty, horrible video that they did about those accusations that they were alleging that happened with AT2. It started with 4 people, but one person left was like, I didn't know that we was gonna go this deep, okay? And then Real Fun News was just hold on, don't sit in the. Well,
you will notice when Real said that, when he was going, whoa, wait, we never heard the CP part, we never heard the corn part, we just have always heard the legal part. And then Monica and JY in that video were like, no, come on, Real, come on, it's true. And what we know now, being a part of this, where they've now attacked us, is literally, you guys, the avatar. Just if anyone thought, I used to think, because someone had speculated for a while, she was like Entertainment Tonight, worked for this, that, and the other thing was this person. And then that was before Nosy came along. There was speculations that she worked in legit entertainment. And now I know for sure there's no way this person avatar can, because she just makes stuff up. She made shit up about Busy. She made shit up about me. She made shit up about Plez. She made shit up about, her former panel members. She made stuff up about. So literally, I've sat and listened to her on she'll say the same thing. She goes, the streets are talking. It's always the same thing. The streets are talking. Someone's husband's
Everybody
cheating.
knows. So many people always been.
Oh, they're all talking to Wendy Osefo's husband is cheating with the white woman, because it seems like the avatar is that kind of woman where she, of course, when she was just like, oh, I'm going to get some dick, she's that very, it's almost like internalized misogyny, where she feels as though a powerful woman like Wendy Osefo, her husband, Eddie, could never possibly love her or want to have sex with her. He would, of course, have to cheat on her with not only a woman who would technically be a subordinate of his in the professional field, but also a white woman. So there's this weird, I don't know, it was weird vibes. And it's also like, you want to make your money off making rumors about a really successful, whether you like Wendy on the show or not, she is a smart ass woman, and she's out there, making moves, doing stuff, trying to help the world in the corner of the world that, she has her education in and all that stuff. And you want to
hide your face. And
you want to go break up
her real business.
A family where they have small children, and it's this beautiful family that we're seeing on television, where whether you enjoy them or not. Yeah, it's just like, it's such bullshit. So then she did the same thing talking about us little YouTubers. She was like, word on the street is, Busy. He's on this, and he can't do this. Word on the
It can't be. Oh my God. Oh my God. No, John, please stop. Oh, John, please stop. Okay, stop now. And Jolene's what? No, that can't be true. Oh, girl. She has
No,
to be doing
she
this. She has to be doing,
said
he has to be
she
doing this.
always says it. She says, oh, and it went from, because here's the thing, it's hard for her because when you come at someone like me or you, we're so, and I think similar to ATV in a lot of ways, we share a lot. As a stand-up comedian, I share a lot. You can check out my stand-up. I mean, me and my husband were out there. They were going, where's her husband? And people literally in the chat were like, they do a show together every Wednesday. He's a stand-up comedian. They toured together. They did all this stuff. And then they're like, oh, well, we hear she's not getting dick. Okay, I'm not getting dick. Well, we also heard
Is that what it's come to?
she's gay and he's gay. Okay, well, we're both gay. We are from LA. We might be gay. Okay, we might be pan. We don't know. And whatever it takes to make it in the business. You know what I mean? So whatever. So, and then she's like, and then that didn't work. So then she's like, then they're pegging. So now all of a sudden, and it's like, okay,
Which
this is all you got.
I think that's amazing.
But this is,
she's about to go get some dick with her cold ass. Okay, the lady with the 4-hour, the 50-year flu. Somebody about to dig her down. Okay, yeah, sure. And she's taking care of her children.
Literally just says, this is what the streets are saying. They're not what the streets are saying. They're what Monica has been saying for years to build her brand and to keep going. And I'm shocked. I mean, I don't know like the statistics on this, but like how many housewives have actually, because Cheryl made it sound like all the housewives were getting together, but we know Cheryl should just says stuff too.
So.
Yeah, we can't trust any of them. That's the thing. Everyone in this saga is so messy that it's hard to like know what's necessarily true. But the fact that this woman made a career like Perez Hilton style, but almost worse, where she just made shit up and never showed herself.
And now she's just doing it to regular people.
And now she's doing it to regular people.
Anybody could get it. I would hate to be her neighbor or someone around her because it's like people coming to your door. It's like, what are you talking about? Nothing happened. She is a Lifetime movie waiting to happen. It is scary. She is really scary. And when I say that it's terrifying, I'm telling you, I'm not joking. Now, I'm not scared of her because I know the people and I know her business. But to watch her operate the way that she's operating, let me say something, Mr. White Man. I'm not going to say your name, okay, because you have done way too much. And at this point, it's getting really pathetic. To do a video where nobody else's face is being shown, okay, and it's just you. And these are about to be some heavy accusations. This is about to be some real criminal, or as your friend would say, federal. These are about to be some real criminal accusations. And the only person whose face gonna be on the screen is yours. That's dumb. That's like that. It's just dumb. And then it was hip hop. I'm not sure what to say, and I didn't. And I'm sorry, I'm going to do it. Did anybody else know this? I'm not sure. I really got to figure this out. I'm not sure what to say. I'm just, you talk, Cody. I'm not sure.
I don't know. I just know they and their only proof now. So the Avatar and JY, the Cottage Boys, their only proof is Heidi's word, because according to them, and I hear people say this, they're like, Heidi wouldn't lie. You guys, Heidi worked with Amber. Heidi had a whole channel with her. Heidi works with JY. She's made so many allowances for him, excuses for him.
She told a racist that she wasn't racist.
Like, why? Just because someone says, I don't lie, I never lie, doesn't mean they don't lie.
We have never seen her go live straight from her home. Every time I just got back here. Why is Heidi? Why
most
is she
people busy?
Always just coming home. She's a liar.
Most people who are honest don't have to say they're honest, because they're honest. You can tell. You become the people that you associate yourself with. Heidi, you are them now. This is you. You say you have a whole career. You say you have a whole boyfriend. You have all these things. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? People still held out hope for her. But we knew long ago when she sat with JY and Amber and they put wigs on and they said disgusting. And I won't say Heidi said it, but she sat there while JY She called you homophobic slurs while he talked about my niece and nephew, while he said awful things, this horrible stuff. So we know she hasn't. People want to put Heidi on this like
She don't got
pedestal.
no moral compass.
She talks to dear Miss Yvette, according to her, 3 times a day. So what kind of honest friend would expose what your friend said to me? And here's another thing, okay?
Ooh. I ain't never heard you talk like that. What you about to say?
Allegedly knew that there was this horrible rumor. I think they just made up because it fit the narrative, and ultimately they want to hurt Cheryl. The goal is to hurt Cheryl, and Cheryl's goal is to hurt Monica. Cheryl teamed up with Nosy to hurt Monica, and Monica keeps going with JY and them to hurt Cheryl. These
I don't think
two
she's doing it anymore, though.
Who, Cheryl?
Yeah, I think that's why it looks pathetic. At this point, it was like anything we can do to get her to respond.
She pulled back, but don't think that Cheryl's never going to. You see Perry in the chat. He's like, she's a lying bitch. She's this, that. They're very mad about this because Danny Roberts. All the people are still coming at.
It worked, but I feel like she pulled back.
She pulled back because she had the whole internet going. When are you going to answer for this? And when are you going to show receipts on this? And so she was like, I don't want to be a part of this. But this all comes down to these two women and their disdain for each other. So they're going to constantly come at each other. And all these dumbasses who do their dirty work are just, it's crazy at this point. So they make up. So here's the thing with Heidi. She said she knew in March or February that dear Yvette told her about these allegations with AT2. Which I think they then added the CP part because they knew that just regular old legal porn wouldn't do anything because
that's
this
why
man
I really kept saying children. It's children.
Yes,
this is children.
ATV readily admits that he likes to pleasure himself to the pornage, and that's what
Who
he does.
doesn't?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, so they knew they couldn't run anything with that, so they added this. In my opinion, that's what I think. So, but if you thought that ATV was doing this, Heidi, you didn't do anything. Not only did you not call the police, even though you said dear Miss Yvette said she had it. I'm sorry. I could have sworn you cover all these like cases and these missing people and kids, and you want to call yourself an advocate. I would get on the horn myself and be like, hello, hi. Yeah, my friend said she was going to deal with the CP, but it seems to be taking a bit. Maybe someone could help me over there with the CP. And also, weren't you still trying to be friendly with ATV? Weren't you still trying to bring the bridges together of JY and ATV? So if you know this is according to you, a known CP thing, why would you want to bring these worlds together? Why would you even want to conversate? Why would you want any kind of interaction? Okay. And also, if you think somebody is involved in any kind of CP or acts towards children, you don't do a live about it. You never get on live about it. You go to the police. You go make sure those kids are protected. JY hopping on there was straight vindictive. He admitted it many times saying, yeah, I wanted to see him go down because that's how he thinks. He doesn't care if children are being hurt and exploited in this country. He just gives a shit that he can get back at this channel. He says he's a big YouTuber. He says he has 100K on Instagram. So why the frick do you care that ATV has made 35 or 40 videos about you according to you? Or that he's trolling you. You're falling for it. He's having fun. You're taking it serious. That's on you, bro. Report him. Send him a cease and desist. Do something else. But to take like joy in the fact that he was like, I was hoping it was true. So you were hoping, Cottage Boy, that children were being hurt because any of that material, children are being hurt in that situation. And so you were hoping
avatar right below him. Yes. Care about the children, gross. But let's hope that they get hurt. The thing is, y'all, and
they're so gross.
They're the grossest people. Watch the video, but what was the priority? Because what I did hear in the video that was about someone's alleged activity dealing with kids was randomly Sherelle's name. And I was like, wait, so how we get to her? Like, wait, how did her name start getting brought up?
Here's how we get there.
Because that's the real thing. And it's that lady who's not showing her face.
Monica, the avatar. She wants to be able...
clicking for him?
She wants to be able to say that her and JY hate Cheryl so much too that they want to be able to say, look at Cheryl. So you guys, okay, so she tried to say I faked cancer, which I didn't, which you never provided any proof that you didn't. So I don't know what you're talking about, allegedly. But so you want to be able to say Cheryl collaborates with CPs, people into CP. That's what they wanted to say.
It's sad.
So they want to
connection.
take her down that badly that they are like, all right, ATV is now an extension. So there's the All About the Tea. There's the little network of people. You got Real Fun, formerly Miss Yvette. You got Rabbit. You got JY. You know, all these are alleged. You know, you got certain channels that people speculate work for All About the Tea. And then Cheryl, you know, she has her Andreas. She's got V. She now has AT2 at one time. But she's burned a lot of her former relationships as well. Yeah, so she's got her people. So they think if we get something on ATV, which it'll be easy to do because they think people will believe it. They think he's not likable. He talks a lot. They think he says he's poor, so he's not going to be able to afford any kind of, you know, he's not going to come back at us. Like if they come at us with some bullshit, I have a lawyer. So my lawyer would be contacting you ASAP. PIMP. Okay, like it would be.
And that white man Googled me, so you know who I know.
It'd be a donezo deal. So they knew that they could take advantage of this situation and they could do this to AT2. And then there was all this talk. There's a video. No, there's not a video. Someone saw him. No, they didn't. The only proof we have right now is that he got scammed like a bunch of other Americans with this email that said, I have your password or we're going to show your porn history. He probably got scared. I'm speculating because people were like, why would he care? They're saying they saw your porn history and they're also saying we turned on your camera. So not only did they see him watching porn, they saw him smacking his hog to whatever dudes do. I don't know what you guys do. You sit on your hand until it gets, you know, sleepy, and then like it's this. A stranger. Okay. Oh, wow. That's really high. That's a big one. And I see people going, it doesn't make sense because why would he care? You want your dad, your mom, your brothers.
To an African. Yeah. I'm telling you, someone said, look, we just need a little bit of money for help. Okay. They know how to craft the email so that you give the funds or that you figure it out or that you are scared. So
do you know
who being a young man?
Danny Roberts is we don't know. Here's the thing. I don't know, but here's the thing. It's we just came out of an Avatar situation with someone we can't trust. Why are we going back into more avatars exposing? I feel like you're just doing at this point the thing you told people not to do. I know you think you're getting some kind of vigilante justice, but you're not. You're basically bullying. You're doing the same shit you accused Nosy Ho of doing. Like, what more do they want? They've exposed all these things.
The question is, girl, you remember that white man who was like, these people have no content unless they're talking about. I have actual content, but likes, loves, watches the videos of a person, a computerized voice, who does videos about just content creators. Like that's the channel. The video, the channel is just exposing content creators. But the white man love that. Oh, they're so good at it. But when somebody else does it, then they're like, where's the content? This is the content. You know, I don't just talk about other YouTubers. Oh, but you like the other channels.
Can we just be honest for a second? Everyone who covers drama or beef right now on YouTube will get more views on that than they will their regular content because people are eating that up right now. They were eating it up in the Panakuchen. That's just how it is. Like everyone, I should say, in this situation or the other channels that have popped up. So for him to say
more consistent.
He's not this person. No one's watching your Dancing with the Stars shit. It's boring. It's stupid. You can put on all the 4-year-old scarves you want. It's boring. Nobody cares. Maybe a couple grandmas out there. Nobody gives a shit about your commentary on Dancing with the Stars. You can't dance. You have no rhythm. You aren't clean. I don't know why you're watching ballroom. No one's watching that. Like some people might be watching it, but they're not. They're watching the show.
More views than that white man in that video that they did. Both of them.
Why doesn't he just admit that all of us get more views? Now I'll be honest. If you look at my highest rated views, you'll see a lot of Big Brother stuff in there and stuff like that.
Isn't it about you in Minnesota though?
Yeah, and I do have my Minnesota girl thing that's got almost a mil. So it's like, you
I
know,
really hate that video, but I'm not from
well,
Minnesota.
well, whatever.
The
But I'm
girls
just
love
saying,
it. It's your most
well,
popular video.
it's
I was like,
fine,
this
but
is
I
not
just
funny
like
to me.
quit fucking putting on your scarf thinking you're doing something. Nobody cares about you and your half-shaved head friend Maria and your cheese cornball thoughts about Dancing with the fucking Stars. I'm sorry, we don't. We don't
So
care.
then,
We don't care. Nobody cares. Nobody
so
cares.
after that happens,
Nobody
because
cares.
Heidi Black leaves, the real fun news is still there. Confused, but that's nothing different.
Yeah.
Monica, the Avatar, is trying to figure out a way. How do I make this worse for everybody on the panel? And I be saying, the white man decides to finally turn his camera off. They're going back and forth. They're talking about police, this and that, da da da. She baits real fun news. He doesn't even realize it. And I was like, girl, how did this happen? And then they both double team him. And then he's like, okay. Then after that, another video happens where the white man decides he want to be sad because he betrayed his friend. And now he's like, I just want to do this video because, and I know my friend's going to be mad at me and maybe they won't talk to me. And if they want to come up, I'm going to drop the link, but I'm not sure. And I saw two things happening at once in this video. One person was like, I just want to say that I all this information came from you. And the other person who called in was like, bitch, I only said these three things, okay? Outside of that, I don't know what you're talking about. And I don't think he's smart enough to understand. I'm telling you, that white man is not, you can't.
Thank you, Miss
smart enough to understand what was going on.
He uses words wrong. Do you know what he said?
All the time.
He said, you guys, I couldn't I'm like, oh my God, well, the sad one wasn't really sad, Freckles. It was more just him being like, I know Heidi's going to be mad at me. And Heidi's like, I knew you were going to do that. No big deal. Again, she'll go to the ends of she'll go to hell with this guy. Like she'll go to the ends of the earth. She doesn't care. She's like, I like him.
I feel like she was more guarded with her approach because he was like trying to throw names and she was like, I said a name, but I said not to say a name.
Yeah, she did, but she didn't care. She's like, I knew you were going to do that, John. That's what she said. She goes, I knew you were going to do that. So it doesn't matter. But he said, they're eating me out alive.
Oh, yes. Eat them out. Eat them out.
I was like, are you serious, sir? They're eating me out alive in these streets. YouTube is eating me out. And he's like, 7 or 8 people told this story beforehand. Guess what? We don't care. I didn't break it.
Oh, not just that.
Busy.
Let's be clear.
Why?
Not just that, because everybody's bottom feeders.
But why?
YouTubers.
But why would someone want to break a story about CP? That's your dream as a blogger, is to break a story about CP instead of going to the police, instead of trying to help the children that are exploited and endangered in the United States. You want to break a story for clicks and views about alleged CP. That's how this dude thinks. That's not journalism. That's just trash. Like, you're a trash. Like, that is horrible.
It's all for personal gain, and it's not about a real cause.
No, you hate ATV. ATV was able to, with less than 7K, now he's well over 7K subscribers, just eat you alive, eat you out alive. Like, they're eating me out alive. And I was like, are they eating you out? Wow, lucky you. But ATV was able to come into your world. You should have put the smack down and made sure he never comes back. The best thing you could have done to ATV is ice him out and never talk about him. And then he would never come back. You are so petty, you're so insecure, and you're so pathetic that you have to watch the chat. And anytime anyone says anything negative, you lose your shit. You're 42. You're closer to retirement and Social Security than you are middle school. So you need to start acting like it. Because at this point,
for the rest of his
he
life.
can only put, he doesn't have Social Security. He can only put it on members only because he can only hear the echo chamber of people who like him. He can only hear his 26 alleged members, 2 of which might be Greg. We don't know. He doesn't know how to work the internet, but then he does sometimes because Greg saw it first. It's like, Greg, I thought you didn't understand the internet or social media or didn't care, but now you're in the background saying whatever. But you need to stay in this echo chamber. Now he's using words like echo chamber. I'm like, oh my God, you're so Trumpian. It's ridiculous. So you need to be surrounded by people who yes man you. Otherwise you freak out. Any kind of criticism of this man, he is fragile. He is fragile and he is weak. and he turns off his comments. He can't take any criticism. And the work you're doing, sir, it's not like you're out there saving lives. It's not like you're a doctor, a nurse, a CNA. You're not doing anything important in this world. You're reporting on the downfall of people, the breakups of their relationship, and you're monetizing off of it. That's what you did with the sister wives, which you're like, was so gold. That was so great. No, it wasn't. It's bullshit. Like, you should not be proud of that. What good are you putting into the world? And so he just sits there and he hears these, these people tell him, you're great, JY, you're great. And so he has to live in that reality, or he loses his shit and he goes on Instagram Live and he cries, and his husband's in the background going, go to bed, go to bed. So ATV was able to disrupt your whole world. Do you know how many guys have videos out there right now of me saying the most horrendous thing? There's a guy out there saying that every sex I have is the R word, that I am getting R worded. There's a guy out there saying all these like things, and he's an avatar, because unfortunately in our little business or whatever of YouTube or being a stand-up comedian, I've had many people create channels and say stuff about me or not like me because I am very outspoken. I don't know if you guys know, a lot of, very fragile men don't like an outspoken woman, or someone that identifies as progressive or whatever. But he's so fragile that he's like, how dare they? What do you mean, how dare they? Your job is providing commentary. So expect that people are going to provide commentary on you. I expect that after this video, people will go live and say, either Joleen shouldn't be in this. I don't like her take on it. I don't like, that's just
talking about that white man. Let that
that's
white
what they'll
woman
do.
talk about that white man.
That's what people will do. But that's their right. As long as they're not making these defamatory
it's not a right, but they can
claims. It's not a right, but I mean, that's what happens when you talk about things. Someone might respond. Of course, JY can respond to our cottage boy stuff, even though he takes the title on. It's like, you're welcome. We make you more interesting, sir. We make you more. Without us, you just have a dirty fish tank and no closets. You owe us money, okay? Because like, we've seen your views. You owe AT2 money. You owe us money. You owe all these people who have reported on you money at this point. And I do hope AT2 goes, and I hope, because he doubled down
for everything.
JY doubled down and he came back in he immediately played the victim. He did. I'm telling you, he needs to read the book White Fragility. I've said it a million times. He is the most fragile white man I've ever seen in my entire life. And I've seen a lot of fragile white men. I live in a cottage. He's like, they've said horrible. How come? He kept saying, how come this can't be said about AT2, but you guys can say I'm allegedly on drugs? Sir, you are fucked up on camera. We don't know if it's drugs. We don't know what it is. Either way, you are drunk AF, making fun of a black woman's hair, doing very bigoted, racist impressions of my co-host and other black people. You have a black voice, you do. They're saying I'm poor. They're saying I'm not poor. You're the one that talks about your socioeconomics. One day Cody can spend a G and it ain't no thing, and then the next day it's like we're impoverished and all this stuff. So we don't. I don't talk about my socioeconomics, so nobody talks about it. I don't ever talk about what I make. I'm just not. I don't do that on YouTube, but you guys do. So all these things that they're saying I'm a racist. Well, you do racist shit. Well, they're saying I mean all the things that people are.
What?
You called Busy the F word, and you say it regularly. He's
and
like,
crying about being called the F word. Like it's just, he says.
He's making a fool. He says, I'm a gay man. I can't be homophobic. That's the same as a woman saying, I'm a woman. I can't be sexist. Yes, you can. You can have internalized misogyny, and you can also have internalized hatred and homophobia within you and still be a gay man. So I don't know. Like, I just, did he ever read a book? So what I'm saying is this guy is just, he's so fragile, and these people, they keep enabling him, and I don't understand how he still has a channel, and I don't understand how he's able to get away with saying these awful things, and I don't understand. I just don't understand any of this shit, Busy. I just think at this point, when he made himself the victim, and he was like, well, how come? And no one cares, but someone says AT2, because the allegations you put out about AT2 can destroy his life.
Serious. We're just making fun of the stuff you told us. Yes. This is something that's very serious. As your friend that you've never seen before sat at the bottom and said, federal crime. Everybody should be calling and trying to make sure this is serious. You mad about whether or not you live in a cottage or apartment. That's something different.
That's not the same as saying that this man.
You gave money to
CP
funding someone who does stuff with children.
Yeah, and he's
you
like,
got him. I
it's
watched that, man. I watched that live.
he
You
wanted to be
gave
roasted
money
by
to-
him.
You gave money to. Oh my God!
This
I watched
would
that
change.
live myself.
You have
gave
no-
money to the person you enabled.
Mhm.
You gave funding because who knows? I need to see a receipt or a sub, and if I don't see one, because that's what y'all said y'all was going to do an exchange. You funded something that a man who you think is now doing federal crimes. We got to have to question you and look at your books too.
And
you
you know
messed up.
You know who had AT2 on his channel? It was JY. So JY, if
did.
you think this person, and he'll say, I didn't know at that time, but Holly White did. Why didn't Holly White, your good friend, step in and go, hey, you might not want to put alleged CP person on your channel. And I will tell you another thing. And this is a fucking fact, okay? The only person in this saga who has had a convicted CP person, like a convicted, I don't know how to say it without YouTube taking us out of the thing. But Angela from 90 Day Fiancé's daughter went to jail for having relations with a kid.
Was he now around her?
He was around her. There are screenshots showing JY and Angela's daughter. There's also allegedly, I'll say allegedly because I'm paraphrasing, but Cody saying he was making like a hamburger for her. They stayed in the same house as a child SEX offender. And not alleged, someone who was convicted. And if you go to the John Yates whatever a fan club on Reddit, you will see screenshots of JY with a convicted CP offender. You will not see ATV. So that's the only proof we have of anyone who's been affiliated with someone and children has been JY. It has never.
He gave money to. That's probably why he gave money to him during that live, which you all can go back and see yourself, because that's the affiliation that white man likes to be around.
He also made excuses.
And I'll pay for your stuff.
Yep. He went and stayed with them and he loved them. Why they took a picture by the Trump sign, him and Angela and them, because they're all Trumpers. He's admitted it. He's a Trumper. They're all like Angela. They love it. They want to make America. I mean, Monica, like you're literally associating yourself with a guy who wants to make America great again with, offenders who just got out of jail. Okay. Allegedly. So, and that
you said you care about the children.
You can look that shit up. You can look that shit up. They took a smiling picture next to the Trump sign. JY went live a couple months ago and was like, I did vote for Trump. I voted for him twice. I voted for him. And he was like, because I hate Hillary. It's like, oh, that figures. I mean, there's a lot of reasons like not to like Hillary for, political reasons and things like that, and selling out to insurance companies back in the day and things. But there's still, he picked like, he's like the emails, he's so stupid. He doesn't know anything about anything. But he was like, yeah, I voted for Trump. And I never felt comfortable saying that. But these hags have emboldened him to be proud of the fact. So for him to then come at us and be like, well, I'm not bigoted and stuff. It's like, okay, you're hanging out with Angela from 90 Day Fiancé next to a Trump sign with, your actions speak for themselves, allegedly. And then, he was also going hard for Jeffrey Paschal, who's another member of 90 Day that no one wants to associate with, who now is about to be charged. So he was found guilty for like DV. And if you watched his case on Court TV, it was awful. And he's making excuses for him and is still this man's friend. So when will anyone wake up? That's the point. Like, you feel like you're just speaking into, we need
Monica to do a public service.
Monica, you want Cheryl.
To say, oh, you're connected with these people. That's disgusting. And anyone who connects with Monica, all about the tea, the people need to hear from you, because you said that Cheryl needs to respond to what was going on with 82 and these allegations.
Yep.
What we do know now, and you can go look it up. Somebody put the Reddit thing in the comments.
Why doesn't Danny Roberts? That's what makes it sus. Why doesn't Danny Roberts do a expose on all this JY stuff? Why is it just Cheryl catching the heat and this white guy is just skating through? But I do have an opinion on the Cheryl and her bringing JY in. But why does Cheryl have to answer all these damn questions for her affiliation with Nosy Ho? But Monica doesn't have to answer any questions about her affiliation with multiple people and John Yates and all this stuff through the years. So you're okay with that? It sounds like you're okay with that, because I've said it before and I'll say it again. The things they've accused Nosy Ho of and the things they found about her, I would say same as JY in a lot of ways. Say, how is it different? How is it different with his stance and the things he said?
Monica does all of this because we don't know who she is. It's a major possibility.
Yeah.
Let's see. Now, all this is alleged, but it could be true.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
more
he's making friends with people out of jail for CP crimes. He's making friends with people now convicted and just waiting on sentencing for DV.
Ask him that, Monica.
So check on that one, because a jury found that man guilty. So now you have, I mean, I don't know.
People who's affiliated with who have been convicted.
Yeah.
Ask him that, Monica. I'm so serious about. Yo, I'm telling y'all, I watched that lady, and the stuff she said about me. I mean, I ain't really care like that. But when she started, I used to think that okay, she's above it, and she's so classy. And now I'm starting to see the disgusting monster she is. And you know what? The way you treat other people is the way you're going to be treated back. And I told y'all last week I got the smoke. How about you do this, Monica? Ask your white man friend. Since Cheryl got to explain why she is affiliated with AT2, then you need to explain. And the people will be waiting. And I'm sure you won't do it. Why did your white man friend go to see a convicted, and you could go see the court case because your friends like to do that. A convicted person dealing with children, because you said children, all bets are off. All bets are off.
All bets are off with kids.
Myself.
You said she said that, Busy. She said, I have kids. I don't do it. So he stayed at Angela's house while her daughter, who served jail time for being a predator for children. And even if he comes back and says, well, I didn't know she was going to be there. But once she was there, wouldn't you leave? Wouldn't you say, not want to be associated with these people?
No, let's do it live.
Let's do it live. Let's do it. Yeah, they want to do it live.
Is that okay, Monica? Is that okay, Monica?
Is that okay?
Since you're so serious,
we're protecting kids.
Issue you're protecting. This is where
Scotty
you draw the line.
preyed on a child. She was convicted, and she was there, and you can see her in the background. And she was staying at Angela's, and she stayed with you and Cody, and you made friends and made hamburgers allegedly, and had a good old grand time with someone convicted of child crimes. AT2, you have zero evidence to this man being guilty. You just want him to be guilty, which makes you a disgusting piece of shit to do that to this man. Like, again, you don't have to like AT2 to be like, what they're doing to him is bullshit and it's wrong. And if it's just, and he's out there saying, when it comes out in the future, I'll be laughing. You're going to laugh about CP. You're going to laugh about, that's what you're going to, like, your moral, you have no moral. You're so messed up in this YouTube game and your ego, and you're just gross. And I'm gonna say,
if this woman is a black woman, and I don't know if she is, why am I tearing up? I had said already, and I did feel real fun when he was saying this, but anyway, he didn't really deliver it like he should have, and he also didn't stay in his ground. This black woman taking that, this young man has come onto the internet. Now, I ain't friends with the man, okay? I ain't talked to him. Because he ain't act like he liked me, and I'm gonna say, oh, and now I'm in your intro, girl. Then peace be with you. But I will say that I'm not gonna send nobody out to or talk about or try to tear somebody up. This black woman, and I hope you don't have any sons. I really hope you don't have any sons. If you are a black woman and you have a son and you're doing this on the internet, I hope they take your children away, because this you've learned nothing throughout this pandemic about police brutality, arresting people illegally, all this stuff, and then you get online hearing what a white man is telling you about a black man, and you decide that that's the truth. You are sad. It's very disrespectful, and you are sad. And I hope you ain't raising no black man. I hope you're not raising any black man, because for you to be a black mother, because you're a mother, right? You say you're a mother, right? I hope you're not sitting here raising any black men. For anybody on the internet and listening to a white man who allegedly does drugs to say this person's doing this, and you sit here and say, yes, lock him up.
He doesn't care,
this is the right thing to do. You are enabling the system that has.
She doesn't believe in that.
Put us back.
She doesn't believe in that. I guarantee you would hear from her. You'd hear from her the same thing Heidi Black
She
says,
a Trump
where
supporter.
they have the same thing where they go, no, it's, we mess up. It's just all this talk where I listen and I go, oh, you're making so many excuses for this problematic white man. When Monica and John got on live and were laughing and having a good time talking about my infertility issues and me not being a mother and speculating on that, I thought, wow,
Sick.
I don't think a real mother, someone who would do that to another woman, these just aren't my kind of people at all. And I don't think there are a lot of people. I mean, they literally took joy in being like, that's why she doesn't have kids. And it was really gross. And I never talked about what they said about that stuff, but you don't know a woman's journey with trying to get pregnant. You don't know issues with my fertility or
And I didn't want to
infertility.
say that online because I know
You
we
don't,
talked about it. I was like, I don't
yeah,
want to fight a battle
you
because I'm
don't
not a woman.
know.
But it's like,
You don't know what I've been through. You don't
Yeah.
know what I've got, what I've lost. You don't know. I don't really share a ton about that. And so, but this is the kind of people they are. Is the only thing, like AT2 has said similar things. And I don't know because I don't watch all of his content. But the only thing we make fun of and that we parody and stuff is the things you guys say on YouTube, is the things you guys talk about and say and do. You guys bring up our families. When we had the opportunity again to interview John Yates' sister, she came to us and she was like, hey, I will tell you everything you want to know. We passed because we understand that this man, most likely you don't get to this point in your life and have it so bad as he does if you haven't had some trauma and some unprocessed trauma. Now, that's not excuses for him, but there's definitely some trauma. And I'm not touching that because that's on him. But when Monica and John Yates sat on live with Bobbles and some other idiot and laughed about why I did or did not have children, you don't know my struggle. You don't know my journey. You don't know anything, but they do that. And that's this small compared to the stuff they said about AT2. So my heart hurts for AT2 in the fact that how dare they? How dare they? You can say he's a troll. You can say he starts shit, but never should someone never should someone say something like that about someone with A, no proof, and B, put it online. If you really cared about children,
allow it and push it. It's people could go to John Yates' house, that white man's house, and his white husband can answer the door with underwear on, and people just be like, "Oh, just making sure everything's cool. You cool? That's fine." That it's not the same for black people. So and if that lady was a true black woman and Heidi Black, I would say I'm offended by it or I'm surprised, but I'm not because for two black women, and I will say that Real Fun News did try to portray that, but they overtook them in the brain space. But for two black women to stand up here and use what someone said about someone else with someone else, which a black woman who was like, I heard the news and I have an obligation to share it, but I did not report it so because I don't think it's that serious. Now we got two people who are not a part of the law taking this information and bringing it to the public, trying to make a black man who
now
knows
when
who would
you
go to this
Google,
if he was shot up tomorrow, if AT2 was shot up tomorrow, God forbid, I want us all to go to Jay, that white man, and find that black lady's face because y'all did this. Because who knows what's gonna happen when they go to his house? Police officers,
and he lives with his family, and he lives in
the whole place.
I forgot where he said he lives, but here's the thing: now when you search AT2's name, this is gonna pop up, and they're not taking the videos down, and they have no proof, and that's the thing. Like I know some people are saying,
on that man's channel.
We didn't.
You're dumb.
You're dumb. We didn't know that, or you guys didn't know that Monica and John had said such horrible things about me and Busy, but it's because I didn't want to give me and Busy had talked about this. Like she was taking such joy in talking about my husband and my marriage and my infertility.
It was random.
And so we just were like, we're not giving her we didn't want to give her, we just didn't want to give it any time because it was so gross. Yeah. It's like, what kind of people are you that like jokes like that much? You put yourself, you make your living, Avatar, on exposing people on gossip and rumors, but somehow you're untouchable and no one can, like, we literally parodied what you do. I became Beefy Joleen because Nosy had said there was Beefy Monica, and then we just parodied like a stale tea. And we had opinions on the situation with the panel. But it's just like, you go from that to literally attacking, Busy's family, calling us. John Yates knows that I'm very open about my sobriety. I'm very proud of it. I love to talk to other people who are either struggling or sober themselves. They have went on so many lives to be like, that's why Joleen does this. She's projecting. I have been sober from alcohol. They make up that I was on all these drugs. I wish I would have tried more fun drugs before I quit everything. Believe me, we'd got so much more fun in the last 10 years, but I've almost been sober for 10 years now. So the fact that you guys want to put out these false narratives and say she's on drugs, she's this, like, those are hurtful. But again, not as bad as the AT2 stuff. But we knew that you were capable of this because you started doing it to us. And before us, you did it to reality stars, and you did it to Cheryl, and you did it, you know what I mean? So we knew you guys were capable of this.
United States terrorists.
Yeah.
Y'all, I don't know too much about the white man. I want to call him a terrorist. He needs to just be in a mental institution, and his husband as well. Or at least some type of test program. But that alleged
Octavia, congratulations. Sorry, I get excited when people put their... See, that's why I'll never shut up about it. You can weaponize it against me. You can say what you want. It's pretty clear what your issue is, JY. I mean, you're fucked up 24/7 online.
You're jealous. And I did not reach my goals. I wish I could have. I want people to recognize how great I am.
I'll never shut up about this because it's so important for us to talk about these kind of issues and to be able to have open and stop stigmatizing people with addictions. And even JY, I have empathy for, and I hope one day you do find sobriety. I don't know if it'll make you a better person because some people are still assholes, even in sobriety. But I do think you don't look good. You don't look healthy. And chugging wine like that at your age and all that. And I'm just going to say, from one alcoholic to possibly another, you should it's not a good look. It's not a good look. No, I'm talking to him. But they want to be like, she's on this or that. And if that makes you happy and that makes you feel better, then go ahead. Then go ahead. That's why I've never said anything, though, how they just, come at us with all these drug allegations, and it's just projection. They want to project, like Busy said. But
it's not funny. We don't pay attention to any of that.
YouTube doesn't care. I swear. We've reported other things coming at us. They said it takes months. Now, if you do a copyright thing, they'll get back to you right away. But if you're doing any kind of harassment, stuff like that, I mean, what they're doing to AT2 is, what they've done to all of us is, so many people is, defamation, slander. However, AT2's case is lock solid. These people have said, if you're a lawyer,
he needs to get the cottage. He needs to get that alleged black woman's channel. He needs to get Heidi's new job. I'm telling you right now, AT2, and I ain't talked to you ever before, but I'm talking to you now. You need to get you an attorney, and right now someone needs to be downloading videos, and you need to get every attorney,
reach out to him, please. If you are an attorney,
this is a civil suit,
and you can help.
You get money from who
and
knows.
He's out there going.
Name is tarnished.
Well, and he's, JY's going to go.
Monica said, "Hey, Andre Turner."
She did. She did. She said. She said the second too.
Thing anymore. This is now they said your real name.
Yep. She said you're real.
Beef.
Yep.
Monica said your real name. That white man said your real name. Sorry. John Yates, because I want to make sure legally. John Yates said your real name. Monica said your real name. Real Fun News, Real Entertainment. Mm-hmm. He said the second. They said your real name. It's not even social media beef anymore. They said your real name, and then they said you were allegedly doing this.
When you're doing this,
take her kids.
when you're doing this kind of stuff, I mean, what's the point of your YouTube anymore? What is the point of it? You're not a YouTuber, you're not a blogger. You're just a defamation person now. You're just someone who just throws out accusations if you look at his views, he gets, barely 2K when he's covering, when he says he's bigger YouTubers than all of us, and he's getting less than 2K, 1K views on what he says he's good at. But then when he's outing these lies about people, he's getting, 10K or more. So we see what you're doing. No, I've been made privy to, Laura, that they make fun of my recovery, I've heard it. And that's fine. For them, I pity
very
the
strong with
avatar, and I pity JY. I would hate to have their lives. I would absolutely hate myself if I was on and like them. I would hate my life if I had to sit on my dirty, unvacuumed 400 square foot cottage floor and yell and make up lies that can ruin people's lives while my fish sit in a dirty fish tank and the police come because of my doing, not because anyone else is. They're coming because of you, sir. They are coming to your house because of you and what you insert yourself in. I would hate myself if I was online and I was calling women see you next Tuesdays and fat shaming and using homophobic slurs and having this kind of using certain accents when you talk with people of certain ethnicities and just being very bigoted. I would hate myself. I would literally go get help. But I don't think you can't make people want to. But let's just say you're 42 and you're online chugging wine until you are shit-faced, blackout, crying online, blowing your nose, hiding under tables. Your life's not going well, sir. It is not going well. You don't get to speak on AT2 in his life because your life is going down the drain. I don't care if you're the 18th person. You should have never talked about this. You and Heidi lied. I don't care, even if, and you know what? Dear Yvette is so messy. I don't even know if she didn't tell Heidi that. Either way, Heidi, you suck for telling John, knowing, because you said in your own words, I knew he would do that. So you knew he would run with this. How dare you take that information and go with it? Because it seems like you knew Dear Yvette was pretty mad at AT2 for the stuff she had said about her addiction, saying she had an addiction when really it was her mom, Dear Yvette said. But how messy you guys are. And this is another thing, Dear Yvette, we warned you. Watch videos ago when you were in John Yates live and
she was so
Cheryl, you were so weird. And Cheryl was yelling, show your face. And Perry's like, suck my balls and make me some ravioli or whatever. And then you were there and you inserted yourself, dear Miss Yvette. So I also don't feel bad for you because you fucking inserted yourself in that and you wanted to be a part of their community. How could you look at JY and want to, you're a police allegedly, and you look at him and you want to do business with him? Are you people that hard up for views and clicks? And I'm not even being like clicks. I'm literally like a click, like ain't nobody fucking with my click. Like you want to be in that click? You want to be out there with Real Fun News going, shut up, bitch, damn, bitch, hoe, bitch. Like, that's what you want?
She did realize that in her view. She said, everybody that I've talked to that they've connected with, everybody led her astray. Girl, you should have just stuck with your job. Nobody ever needed the Sunday service.
How are you going to do a Sunday service and then go party with JY and them? Like, I get you never talked to him on the phone, but you guys were all on board with, and now they're eating their own. It's like, well, Real Fun, it's your fault. Because John's like, well, Real Fun, you said. No, Real Fun was saying, hey, maybe you guys added the
people who y'all need to take down is John Yates and Monica. Or from All About the Tea. Those are the two people y'all only need to be concerned with. Now, Heidi Black, she's just trash. But she over there in Washington, and I hope Heidi, I don't know where you are way older than probably my grandmother, and you acting like this. I don't think there's any hope for you, girl.
There's no hope for Heidi. There's no hope for Heidi.
But
Heidi
y'all need to watch out for Monica and John Yates because they will continue to do this. And do John Yates first because he has no filter, no couth, and he actually has no moral compass. You can get him to suck online. I'm sure you could, allegedly. Because for him to have all of these videos about all the stuff that he's heard on his channel and it's still up, and some of the time it's only his face being shown, y'all, girl, let's take him down. Then that lady in the back, who aligns herself with the people who act like this and to support these people, but then act like she doesn't, I call that terrorism.
Yeah, I'd say that's the closest thing to terrorism that we've seen. You know, you want it. They got, what do they got? Nosy Ho putting her badge on the flag, and that's their big claim to fame.
Nosy Ho got a quick buck, and I'll tell you something else, John Gates. You jealous, okay? Because you gotta live in that apartment you call a
He
cottage.
keeps bringing up the 50K. Nosy Ho made 50K.
Because
that's because
you couldn't
you're
make that
stupid.
money, girl.
You're stupid. You couldn't make the money. Had you,
she's a
you would have.
hustler.
If someone would have promised JY 50K, he would have unmasked Monica in a second. Don't believe the hype. That man.
It's extremely.
Please.
Extremely.
Please.
But you quit because you're not a hustler. Okay? So
yes.
that's why you
did you see this?
Husband.
Heidi made a bet. Okay, so Miss Heidi, who doesn't lie, and she's just so above the. She's a good person. She doesn't get involved in this yet. JY's her best friend, and she had a tea channel with Amber. Make it make sense. As Cheryl says, like seriously, she had a side channel she was starting, was called Trash Talking. It was literally called Trash Talking. She had put it in her community tab and said, sign up for my Trash Talking. She was starting another Sherelle's Way. Even Sherelle got rid of Sherelle's Way. Can we talk about Sherelle for a second? Okay. So Sherelle went live with Freckles, the therapist, and shout out to Freckles. And it is very nice to hear Freckles talk about it.
Well,
because it's nice to hear. Well, it's nice to hear like someone.
Sometimes I'm bored by her. I think she's she's an intelligent person. I love her as a therapist.
Well, she's not messy. Like she's not gonna be messy. Yeah, I mean, she's a professional.
I know that's what you always tell me. Like, oh, what do you want her to do?
Yeah, I mean, what do you want her to do? I mean, she's a professional. She's not going to lose her job over this shit. She's not stupid. But she, explained it very well. She's like, because people are like, what are you doing as a therapist? Listen, we're all curious. And she studies people for a living. Like, awesome. I'm as a comedian, I am this shit. I'm drawn to like the craziness in people. And that's just how my brain is. So similar to like Freckles, she's in a business where she's constantly dealing with people. So she went on Sherelle's. Now, okay. So Cheryl did a live with AT2, which is when John Yates went live before. And then he had this bombshell of fake news about AT2, which could ruin his life because they were terrified maybe that Cheryl would open up. Because listen, Cheryl knows where the bones are buried. She is not saying everything she knows, in my opinion. Here's the thing with Cheryl. Cheryl's not a victim. For the longest time, me, Busy, Andrea, V, her whole team was like, don't fuck with John Yates. Don't fuck with cats. Don't fuck with John Yates. Okay. Exactly. And she kept doing it. And if you watch our early videos, we were very, even especially me, was very like pro Cheryl. Like, Cheryl, you're a boss. You have all these subscribers. Why would you mess with this dude?
And I wasn't.
Yeah. And I was the one. And then she came on her first video ever. She like was like, drop the link. And we're like, okay, we never dropped the link. And she came up and I was like, Cheryl, that's cool. Cause I love seeing women freaking thrive on YouTube. And I knew very little about Cheryl at that time, like all the personal stuff that we have since grown to know through this drama. But I did know that like I can look at Cheryl and I can look at JY and I can go, Cheryl doesn't belong with JY. There's just like, there's a hierarchy to this shit. JY's messy AF. He's just literally like greasy. Gosh. And Cheryl, it seems like you got a husband, you got a home, looks like you got nice kids. Like, why would you even with this guy? So we thought they were done. We were like, go Cheryl, go Cheryl. But then Cheryl decides to take him back. And not only does Cheryl take him back, Cheryl gets messy with it. She starts a Cheryl's Way. She starts doing things that John Yates would do.
Me the N-word.
She calls Busy the horrible name she called him. But when she was talking to Freckles yesterday, she mentioned a weekly show that started that because she was like, Freckles, am I gullible? I'm like, Cheryl, no one thinks you're gullible. I know this narrative you want us to believe that you're just so kind and nice. You have shit on your friends. Look what you did to Adam. Where's Gio? You know what I mean? Like, what's happening? The Rich Andrew stuff. You can't tell me you didn't know that he was a child. And now you're messing with JY twice. At this point, you brought Amber in and all we knew her from was allegedly the stuff with baby girl Lisa from 90 Day Fiance.
I'm going to say, after those things happen, like, they're not with her anymore.
She never felt bad. This isn't a feel bad for John. This is something in Cheryl is attracted to that kind of friend. Maybe it was to get back at Monica. Maybe it was to pull him on her
I can
side.
see that.
There's something. It's not out of the kindness of her gosh darn heart, because not only did Cheryl betray herself, she betrayed her subs. So what she did, and me and Busy followed this, and we covered this in commentary. So she mentioned in Freckles live, or for Live with Freckles, she's like, and there was a show weekly that came at me every week during my hardest time. Cheryl, we were mostly just questioning why you're messing with this man, and it's bringing your brand down.
She was talking about us.
She was who else was she talking about? Okay, if she was talking about us, but it seemed pretty clear because she was very bothered by Sip and Key to the point that she called Busy an awful name, and she's probably mad the video's still up, but it exists because that's what you did and that's what you said, and I don't want you to ever do it again. And you did it to my friend, and I don't want you to ever do that again. So I'm keeping the video up. I don't care. Okay, so what Cheryl did was a disservice to her subscribers, and people won't like me for saying this, but you told us. First of all, you told us he's a drug addict. You said he shoots between his toes. You said he's a bad person. You got on live and cried. Everyone felt for you. We were like, yes, Cheryl, we're so sorry. You've built your brand and business up. We're so sorry this happened. But then you took him back. And then when we all said, it looks like the guy might not be all there, something's going on, maybe substances, you said, F you guys. He's sober. He's great. He's killing it. Trust this man. Follow this man. So you're supposed to treat your subscribers better. You're supposed to have their backs more than you have John Yates' back, who had already proven.
Did do that. So she did that. She called me a house after she took him back.
Yeah. Yes. That's what I'm saying.
I was the one who always had her back. Even when, so I would say I didn't have her back. But I don't say I didn't have her back. I was like, well, we should question her. You were like, no, we shouldn't. And then she got back with JY, and then she started calling me a house N-word.
She's not naive. If you ever watch Cheryl's Way,
and then she's like, "Oh, I need help." And
she's not. Wow. She's not naive. If you watch Cheryl's Way, her and John Yates took great joy in doing late night lives where they would drag people and say awful things. There were ableist things. There was slut shaming of all their enemies. They had, and Cheryl started getting more and more enemies because she was hanging with JY. And then all these lawsuits started happening. And we're just thinking, Cheryl, if you just cut him loose, JY, you won't deal with any of this mess. So not only did you take all your subs back through it, you then attacked people like me and Busy who said, Cheryl, you're better than this. Why are you with this man? He's clearly bad for your business, which just proved to be right again. And instead of saying, thank you for those of you who were looking out for me, you made it seem like we were bad people when we were saying, you were better than this. You know?
We support you.
And that's like, once I saw how dirty she did Up and Adam, I was like, I see you, Cheryl. I see what's going on here. Adam would have never done that to you. That's not like in his brand. That's not any of that. Something in Cheryl likes this kind of down and dirty. And also, you know, she said she doesn't want to be in the drama with AT2, but then she brought on Freckles the therapist. So I'm thinking Cheryl might make a little parlay in it briefly. And I mean, Cheryl did a live where she said despicable things about AT2 at that time. And this is all Cheryl's way. Cheryl went off on me and Busy. Cheryl believed a lie that JY allegedly told her. He told her allegedly that
always hurt my heart.
That we said she did drugs. Find a video where me and Busy ever said, I don't think Cheryl has done a drug in her life. Never. JY wanted her to believe that so that she would come at us because
I love that woman.
He didn't like us.
Amazing.
He didn't like us.
Now
so she still to this day, though, she still is like, she literally would love nothing more than to see me and Busy go down. Like she definitely doesn't like me. And I was someone who was so pro Cheryl. And Cheryl, don't let this problematic white dude ruin your business. Like, you are a strong woman. You built this shit up. He's saying your subs are bought. Like, he's not bringing anything good into this. Her own subscribers are leaving comments like, please, Cheryl, please don't do videos with him. And she chose to be willfully ignorant and not do the research. So don't get on and have some therapist being Freckles. Don't put her in the position to be like, you are naive. You're just such a good person. That's not what therapists do. I don't know if you've ever been to therapy, but that's not what she does. You're not her patient. She can't say that for you. You don't get an out, Cheryl. You told your subs we could trust John Yates. You said that he didn't do drugs. And then the minute you fell out, not only did he do drugs again, you said he faked cancer. You said he did this, all these bad things. So why would you lead your subs astray and let us all believe, and then throw people like Busy, who's your friend, under the bus because we did a parody of how you guys always go, gotta wait for the room to load, and then you like, we're going live, you know. And I mean, it just doesn't make sense. And to this day, she still hates us.
Still does.
And it's so stupid. It's like, wake up. So that leads me to believe that messiness is in Cheryl, and that Cheryl's ultimate goal is to defeat Monica, and Monica's ultimate goal is to defeat Cheryl.
Good ending.
And it just comes down to these two women. And me and Busy have been covering it for a year now, and we've seen so much. There's a lot of new people. Like, I don't even know these people. We know these people, okay? We know their moves on the internet. And this is like, run, Freckles, run. I'm telling you, it might be good exposure, but be careful.
Well, no, I think that
be careful.
I think that Freckles handled herself well.
She did great, but I'm saying any alliance with any of these channels, they will use you, they will weaponize you to get what they want done. Now, I think Freckles is smart enough to know when that's happening.
I remember there was one segment where she was like, I'm not speaking as a therapist.
Yeah, Freckles did fantastic on the channel. Yeah. She was professional like she should be. She said, I can't speak to this or that. She did everything she needed to do. They invited her on. She took it. Okay. But Cheryl told us JY wasn't racist. And now, but then you fight with him again. He shits on you again. And now he is racist. Which one is it? And he is obsessed with Cheryl. So Monica and John aren't going to stop until they take Cheryl down. And Cheryl isn't going to stop until she sees vengeance on Monica. And I just hope AT2 gets do a GoFundMe. I mean, I know he's doing cash stuff.
Sue all these hoes. And John, you need to look at yourself and look at Monica and see, can I get you a lawyer? Can I get out of this? And Monica, go to hell.
They hated me and Busy because we were outsiders. I literally have never spoken to Cheryl other than the day she called into my channel. I have never been on her channel. I've never replied to her DMs where she was calling me a lying birch, but she meant bitch, a fat bitch. Never once. I've never spoken to John Yates. He's hit me up in the DMs trying to get me to talk to him. I ain't talking to these people. I don't talk to these bottom feeders. So we were someone, I don't talk to Monica. We stayed outside and we're providing our commentary and comedy and parody of it, but we definitely had opinions on it, and they hated that because they can't control me and Busy. We're like the independent news source. It's CNN and Fox News.
Social media.
It literally Busy. It's like Cheryl CNN and Monica and John are Fox News, and they got us in the middle. We're like freaking. I'm Michelle Norris. We're NPR. I don't know what we are. We're some independent source. So, and then after that, I got a tree sponsorship. So everything works out in the end.
Close this out. I gotta go. It's 3 hours.
You said I want to talk forever, and we did. So there we go. All right. We did. You guys are fantastic.
This is our new show, and it's been 3 hours.
I know. So hopefully you guys liked our new little segments and format, and then we will, still time to time cover some of this stuff, at the end, like the streets or whatever the hell it's called, or even like
we can cover.
Yeah, like pop culture stuff. So make sure you guys, we're like democracy now. Okay, so make sure you guys like this video. Let's have a goal of getting to 1,500 likes now after it posts. I think we can do it. I think we're already up to like 500 and some. Thank you so much, for all your support. You guys have been fantastic. And leave a comment after it posts because that helps us in the algorithm. We'll be back every Tuesday at 6 p.m. for more Sip and Key. Busy Blue, I love you. I love our blowjos. You guys are amazing. And this is what real friendship looks like when you don't have to weaponize it on YouTube for clicks and views or to get back at your enemy. Good night. If you like what you